Is this thing recording? Fucking glittering out bullshit. Okay. So, I've been in the news business long enough to know that even when you have a good story and some protection, you can still end up in a dumpster. But there are bodies piling up and no one seems to give a shit. A few weeks ago, some genius wizard who used to work for Elder Tower ends up dead in his apartment. The reports are talking about vicious stab wounds and nothing missing, but they're labeling it a botched robbery. Then Stefan Malik, a fucking Keyrin board member, and 15 other guys end up dead in his apartment. And the city guard are calling it a terrorist attack. But no one seems to know how they got in. And furthermore, eyewitnesses are putting the guards on the scene a full hour before the official reports do. Look, I ain't some just out of school kid looking to take on the system. But this feels like something tectonic is moving in the background, and everyone is just ignoring the tremors.
Yeah, put me on pause.
Cora.
Yes.
Monday's odd.
Why?
Because Odo's there. Odo's not trying not to act weird, but you're both like, oh man, we killed some people this weekend.
We both know this about the other.
You're also both like, you rested yesterday.
Yeah.
You're still pretty tired, you know what I mean?
Like we just murdered someone in their
Yeah, right? And so your boss is like, I guess you guys are probably, maybe, I don't know, I would say you're probably acting more convivial. Like, you guys are pretty, flirty but professional at work. Now it's just like, that dynamic has changed into, you guys know each other better. Not even in, a more intimate way, just you just do.
That was hot.
And so, your boss notices that, but otherwise it's fine.
I may have some conflicts of interest to disclose.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You do anything at work?
Just regular work stuff unless there's something that happens to me.
Nah. So, Oren.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. You did get noticed by the cops.
I did, in fact.
You guys also beat some cops up. You also don't have a good relationship with the cops. They did threaten your bar that one time.
They did.
Not gonna do that today. Not today. Not on Monday. Mondays are hard enough, man.
Brian's like, as someone who works in service, yeah. I would not do that to a fictional character on a Monday.
Yeah, won't burn down your bar.
Someone's got a case of Mondays.
So the weather today is pretty overcast and it's snowing. You guys are probably about you're about 2 weeks out from Candle Nights proper. There is even in the not as great part of town. There's a pretty festive note in the air. Next week,
a great terrifying note.
Next week is when everyone starts. There's So a
Guard
thing
your
that
teeth,
happens,
children.
a thing that happens around this time of year is that there's like festivals, like carnivals, basically like winter carnivals that come through, and so one kind of like in the park that's nearest to where the bar is, it's gonna open up soon, and so like the workers have moved in and started setting up things. So you see an uptick that you weren't expecting. So, but
fair.
it's nice.
That's nice. It's good.
Guess he's coming
He's
in.
trying to
getting,
make you
sandwiches
happy
and
before he
shit from
burns your
work,
bar down.
or from lunch
Naturally.
and stuff. Seer, where did you go after Tessa's?
I'm going to go to the bar.
Okay, so about 4 or 5 o'clock, as the workers are sort of like, it's in about an hour. You know you're going to get a big hit of workers because they're going to be getting off.
Right.
But right now it's dead. And Seer walks in, looking very small.
Very small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seshmir, are you there?
Where are we?
At the bar?
What time of day?
It's 4.
Not yet.
Okay.
I would like to
I
make an
actually have
insight
plans for
check
today.
on Seer's behavior.
Seer's
Good.
agitated.
Like, do I?
There you go.
Well, I mean, we made
Yeah,
a whole
I'll
thing
save you
about.
some time.
We made a whole thing about.
Seer's trying to not look agitated and doing a poor job at it. We've established. So
So when Seer walks in, it's dead and everything.
yeah,
I
there's like maybe 2 people in here, maybe.
Yeah.
So
I wave her over,
Him.
Him.
wave him over, have a seat, and then I get his favorite beer.
yeah.
I don't know which kind.
What beer do birds drink?
It's a particular. It's a beer that has a low enough alcohol content that it won't kill a bird,
There you go.
but it's also high enough that she can actually feel like he can feel like he's drinking a beer.
That's fair, I guess.
So,
Yeah, sweet.
there you go.
Yeah.
It's like 2% alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got you serve Seer a small beer.
Yeah.
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 I was earlier away from the table, and I heard the word egg being bandied about,
Egg.
and I was confused.
I did not
Shannon-
sit on Seer's
yeah.
egg and hatch
That's
it.
true.
He makes his beer from rocks, not eggs.
Yeah.
No egg beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
like, you're
so-
saying, like that.
So Tessa made a comment about how she thought that I should not be working at my job anymore because it's unsafe. And I said, thanks, Mom.
And I said, I didn't sit on your egg.
I was mainly concerned. I was like, Seer's boy and didn't lay an egg, and why would
No.
Tessa be sitting on it? And I'm very
No.
confused.
I would love to sit on
You missed the
Seer's
last
egg.
couple of sessions.
Whoa.
There have been events.
I mean,
I'm not gonna think of
secretly,
the logistics of that. Have your conversation.
Okay.
when Tessa is alone, it's all that she thinks about is the possibility of sitting on Seer's egg.
I'm gonna need you to.
I'm editing all of
yeah.
that. I'm
He's
just-
like,
I'm just-
bro, he's like, this is not. This is
Do
not
we
a
need
place.
to do another clap
This
for
is not
when
a
you
place.
show
I
Episode,
want to go.
episode 1, we're done. I'm
Yeah.
already
It's
done.
canon now.
It's not this place we don't want to go.
We got to clap
Um,
for you so you can redo
Yeah,
it.
no, right. Okay, anyways.
All right, Seer.
Yeah.
Right.
What's got your feathers down?
I'm
you
gonna
regret coming here
incorporate
yet?
that into my everyday life. Hey, baby, what's got your feathers down?
Tell me how many times you get punched because of it.
Right? I'm just thinking, man, I would hate to talk to any of you ever.
I'm going to attempt to casually drink the beer. Fail because a bird cannot casually drink a beer out of a cup.
Right.
In any way.
You're a bird person. I'm
even
sure
when
there is a
they're normal.
way.
Do you have specialized bird people
You have
mugs?
straws?
I can press to digitate one.
No, you can't.
I
I mean,
can.
are you like
He's
prepared?
physically capable of that.
What would a specialized bird person beer stein?
I mean, I'm
It
imagining.
Maybe a bowl.
Yeah, a bowl.
I'm imagining a bird person, like, they do have, like, a bird beak, but, like, I imagine because they also have hands, it's a little bit, there
Yeah,
are
it's
ways to
easier.
make this work.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, in a world where these people just exist, it'd be
Yeah.
bad for your business
Like,
not to have cups
You
ready for
probably
them
just
on
have
hand.
bowls. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that weird.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That works.
Right, so I drink this beer, and then without answering your question at all, I'm going to ask, there's no way that I can say that casually.
Go for it.
Try. You can do it.
Warren, can I sit on your egg?
No.
any euphemism I come up with is worse. I need to see that thing we have in your room.
Michael's like, still cleaning a glass. Like, I'm not listening.
Cheat on
no.
Daddy Lizard, please. please.
Seer needs some time alone with Peridot.
I mean, like, I'm oblivious to this thing, so I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go.
No, no, wait. That thing that you keep in your sock drawer.
So
It's right next to your
I
bed.
was like, I'll watch the bar, boss.
You
I'm like,
consult
yeah.
it before night.
I'm like, yeah, you'll make sure things
I'll be
stay
sure to run it
here,
through the
run the
dishwasher
bar. I don't
before I
know.
put it back.
I'm like, yeah, we'll be back down. It's fine.
Because the other euphemism I had was, can you reintroduce me to the friend that we helped save together?
Will
And
you
that
show me
wasn't
your
any
big
better.
old
That's,
rock? in
that's
bed?
much more weird.
Yeah.
That's-
Weird. Like,
I'd rather the
still
first
be paying
one.
attention, but not like, yeah, you go get them, boss.
It'd be
Like,
like, what do you guys do?
What?
Right.
Yeah, no, this is much better. So this is
Yeah.
a better cover, I guess.
Or our mutual friend in your room.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess there's no good way. So yeah, so I guess we head upstairs, and I'm as we're heading upstairs, I'm like, so what's going on? I almost forgot. Everybody basically forgot about this thing about Peridot. Awakening, whatever.
Awakening.
Not actually named
It's
Peridot.
totally Peridot, you Claude.
Yeah.
Better than Muse
Better than Muse.
or
Yeah.
Enlightened Inspiration.
So are you
Yeah.
saying this before you get to awakening?
Yeah, like I'm just like as we're sort of heading upstairs, I'm like, at this point I almost thought everybody had basically forgotten about
Awakening, yeah.
Yeah, I mean is there like do you have has there been like a has there been a lead on maybe what she is?
No, my boss has asked me to find an item and I have a hunch.
Oh great.
Are you going to explain the situation to Orin?
No.
Alright, Orin.
She's going to explain the situation to Orin.
Yeah.
Once we get up to the room, and Awakening is like sitting on a shelf or something, and I guess Awakening can hear when she's in like her sleep state or whatever. But either way,
She's not in a sleep state. She physically manifests for your benefit.
Right. So basically, like
people like talking to a base.
Right.
She physically manifests for your benefit.
I think we should ban
You know?
Shannon.
Dirty.
It's all dirty. It's dirty all the way down. Yep.
Yes, it is.
Anyways.
I'm going home now.
You better
So I don't
run.
like
You
address
need to
Awakening or anything yet because I mean obviously she can hear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Seer,
But yeah. Okay.
Seer, you're gonna have to explain the full story here
Awakening.
because that's pretty. That seems
Pops up.
pretty serious.
What are we?
That is the
What
situation.
are we explaining?
That's the situation.
So
My boss has asked me to find a thing.
Your
and I'm gonna
boss
find it.
Your boss took you off bodyguard duty to suddenly look for an object that you have a massive hunch is this object that we found from a person who died by a guild hit.
Wait, did you guys have a lead about Reginald?
Oh yeah, we were supposed to be caring about that.
Awakening. It seems her boss. who
Awakening,
is-
what do you know about lot number 39452 in the Keeper Archive?
Nothing.
That number means
Okay, so like
absolutely
out of
nothing to
character,
you.
does she know anything? I'm just waiting for the day that we're like, hey, Awakening, do you know this thing? And she's like, actually, yeah.
Yeah. She taught you that one spell.
That one spell, that one time.
She
Anyway.
knows-
Most useless
She
death
knows
rock
one
ever.
spell and that her best friend ever was Reginald, and that's all. Why are you keeping Peridot in your sock drawer again?
It's on a shelf.
You Claude.
I prefer to think that she does say Claude all the time.
I feel like
It's a thing.
You guys can headcanon whatever.
This train is going as far as it needs to go without you.
So, if you had failed that wisdom saving throw, maybe you would know more.
But I got the Thunder Wave spell and I wrecked people with it, so it's
So
okay.
that worked out
Totally
real
worth.
good.
Worth letting an alien into your mind.
We don't know that.
So I'm not super familiar with the Keeper archives. What is it? Maybe.
I don't know.
So I probably at least know because
You have the same information Tessa does.
Yeah, I mean I at least know what the Keeper archives are.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
assuming
like,
Awakening
Awakening knows what the Keeper archives are. They're just like, I don't know this. Why
number.
Why would I know this specific whatever?
The PR.
Like Seer seems to have a
Probably
hunch
don't
that
know
you are
anything.
related to this lot number or object
Yeah,
that
I've never-
her boss wants us to get.
I mean, I'm an arcane created repository of knowledge. I don't deal with the keepers a lot outside of him. He barely counts.
Yep. I mean, I don't technically count at all, but
Yeah, but yeah.
You count.
not really.
Oh.
Yeah. But
Keepers don't like me, I guess.
like
No.
you, I mean, I might know
I thought I passed the test.
if it's a
but
thing
just,
that's important. I might know about it, but a
Right.
number is not gonna.
I don't have any other information besides that.
Let's go ask him. Ask him what it is, so maybe you can find it.
So
I don't
Seer,
want to know.
why won't he tell you what it is?
I didn't ask.
Why didn't you ask?
Because I don't want to know.
So the situation was
Yeah.
he took you
Awakening
off.
looks over
So
Orin like.
the situation
what?
was he took you off bodyguard duty to what seems to be steal a thing out of what I can only imagine is one of the most highly guarded archives in the city.
Well, it's a library.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to imagine that if this guy wants it, it's probably in a particularly bad part or locked up part of the library. And he has also put the fear of Moradin in you. So
Maybe not Moradin.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not
Maybe-
Moradin in this case.
Maybe the fear of Wyatt, perhaps.
But the fear of God's in you. So, what has he threatened you with?
Wait. Awakening perks up. You work for Wyatt?
Yes.
So, what do you know about Wyatt Awakening?
I know that Wyatt is he is part of the. He's currently. I mean, last time I checked, I've been in a room with no information for like 2 weeks.
Would you rather me just like take you out and show you to everybody?
Like a newspaper. I don't know, something.
Take her out on a little
Come on, if
date.
she asked me for a newspaper, I'd go get her a newspaper.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm
They're
just
gonna
being
go.
shitty.
I'm gonna walk my pet rock.
Yeah. She's like, so.
If anyone would have a pet rock.
Wyatt's part of the. Are we talking about the Wyatt who is on the board of directors for Keyrin Collective?
Yes.
Why didn't you just like say Wyatt? What?
Actually, that one's dead.
Oh yeah, Malik's dead now.
What? Wait,
Yeah,
why did
that one was relatively recent. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, I guess it's.
Did you not notice the hammer? I guess you probably didn't know about the hammer. I don't know. Maybe you should.
Did you keep it in the same room? I guess I don't know.
Well, I probably have some of my armor.
Gonna
and stuff
put your
in the room.
hammer in the same room with your.
Although
pet
I
rock.
did press
I still
digitate
think
on the
we
way
should
home
make
to
beer
look
out of
different.
Passive
So
threat.
either ways. Yeah, I told him I got his hammer.
So,
Get some chisels and
So,
old
Wyatt-
carving tools. And,
Little loot.
yeah.
You know.
probably. So, what do you guys know about Wyatt?
He's the head. He's on the board of directors of the Keyrin Collective.
He dies pretty.
Motherfucker.
The boss of Seer.
Yeah, Seer worked for him as a
Seer's
bodyguard.
boss? Yeah, okay,
Seer worked for
great.
him as a bodyguard.
So-
Now he wants
so
to
for
steal
one-
things.
Wyatt is probably the most innately talented sorcerer to come along in the last century.
Well, we're fucked.
He's pushed.
Do you just have like I know you are a repository of knowledge, blah blah blah. Do you just know personnel info? Has he worked particularly with you? Like
No,
have you-
I've never worked. How
do you know about him?
I like from reputation. I hang out with a lot of wizards.
Not
Well, yeah, but every time
Not
we've asked you
those
where
don't.
you've been hanging out with wizards, you go, I don't know. It was just last time I heard Reginald.
I don't know anything. I'm just a little girl.
I mean, Reginald talked about it a lot.
Okay.
You want to do anything about that?
Did Reginald have some gripe with like Wyatt? Like did
I mean, not like they never interacted directly. Like, I mean, he worked for Elder Tower, and then there was like the whole team spirit, sort of like fuck the other guys attitude that almost all everybody at Elder Tower generally had.
okay.
But I mean, he didn't have any sort of.
So you've only heard about him through reputation.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't know for sure that he's the most talented wizard in a generation.
I've heard a lot of things.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
You're listen.
Anyway,
you are,
so what did
you
he
can
threaten
make
you
you
with?
can listen. You He checks against the rock.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to do insight check to see if the rock is lying.
Alright, that's why I was like, you want to do anything about that? That's
Yeah.
your cue. Like you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I fail.
I don't trust the rock.
Alright, it's hard to read.
7. I mean,
yes.
I have
Yeah.
spider
I am
sense.
also in this room, and I have much better
That's true.
insight.
Yeah.
Tiefling hell beast sense. I don't trust the rock.
Well, we ain't there, so.
That's a 13. No, that's a 13.
Yeah. I mean, Awakening, she's being a little cagey. Like.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Bless on myself and then try again.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you have to physically cast a spell.
Yeah, and I have to know that I failed. Like my
Yeah,
character
that's-
does not know they failed.
Yeah. Like you can tell that she's acting cagey,
Right.
but she also acts cagey.
It also wouldn't-
like she acts cagey when she talks about Reginald, so
Yeah.
you attribute it to that.
Yeah. Also, the obviousness is not an issue. It's just the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's just that I don't know to cast the spell, or I don't have any reason to.
Yeah. So she's like, so Wyatt's probably one of the most naturally gifted sorcerers come along in the last century. He does things when it comes to manipulating spells through meta magic that are just light years ahead of everybody else. So I don't know what he needs an object for though. Like that seems a little outside of his. I mean, it seems a little outside. He's a guy who. I mean, a lot of the Keyren guys are, but he's the kind of guy who likes explosions. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Sorcerer's gonna be like that.
Yeah. So I don't know what he needs a thing for, but I wouldn't. I don't know. Like I don't have. From everything that Reginald told me, I don't think that all of the guilds have issues, but you know. Keyring Collective, they're a little bit. It always seems like they go more for the throat than everybody else does.
Okay.
They're young. They're the youngest one. Well, not really, but really they are. And a lot of them are just,
These are probably things that I already knew.
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, I worked in.
It's true.
In Elder Tower or whatever, and I've probably heard the gossip that Keyring Collectives are basically frat bro douches.
Yeah, they're tech bros.
Yeah.
So that I mean, I don't know why it needs a thing for,
Right.
but I don't lot number whatever is not. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
You need to move her.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm right here.
I know.
Where,
And you can't stay here anymore.
Do either of you have any suggestions?
She could go stay with Sessionary for a while.
That is a possibility.
The lizard guy.
Yeah, the lizard guy.
Dragon.
He's a private eye, and so like his places tend to be relatively secure.
Cool. So instead of like occasional conversations with you about like magical theory, I'm gonna be in his like what weird apartment forever while he drinks downstairs.
Well, we did murder a guild head, so
You fucking what?
so we might have some questions here and there, and I mean, it's.
No! You rolled that back.
I thought we went over this. Malik is dead.
You said that. Yes, those were words that you said. You didn't say we killed him.
Well, first we had to go through about 30 of his dudes. They attacked us first.
20.
20. Was it 20?
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
definitely 30 now, I guess.
I don't know. I can't remember the number.
It seems
It's gonna
very
be like
in character
60
that
by
number
next
gets
month.
out.
Yep. The fish was this big.
We killed 150, 160
Didn't even
guys.
break a sweat.
But not 6. We left those alive.
We left them
That's six
alive.
very important guys.
Yeah, right.
Um,
Yeah, so apparently he was a barbarian, and he had
that is not surprising, but go on. Yeah.
had some anger issues. But we were
Kidnapped another guild head's child.
under contract to find a guild head's child, and he just happened to have him.
Wait, what? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Guild politics are not my thing. They do what they do.
Like kidnapping each other's kids is not guild politics. That's not
That
politics.
seems
Sometimes
like
it's
guild
sweet, sometimes
politics.
it's dominance.
That seems like extreme guild politics, but it's guild politics. Oh, we also... Oh, so out of character, I guess. That crystal that we pulled from the golem.
Yeah.
Do I have any inclination that it seemed in any way similar to Awakening? Physically similar, like structure, kind of crystal.
So Awakening looks like if an emerald and an amethyst kind of weird baby.
Right.
Very crystally. This looked like a ruby, but like a burned out ruby.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do I know of other magical things that require? I mean, do I know of a lot of magical spells that require very large, particularly gemstones?
Specifically, specifically in the nature that it was being used, like powering a golem. They're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense because you can infuse
So that's a thing. That is a thing that is
gyms
well
are real
known.
good about infusing with magical energy and using them like
Okay,
apples.
just checking. So I was wondering if there was if I was trying to decide if this is a thing that I should particularly mention to Awakening, but you know, I would probably mention to her that there was a golem that we had to take down.
Wait, Kieran's getting into like constructs?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I know.
I don't know what.
Let's
I
see.
know those are not cost effective.
No.
So I don't know what they're. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really slow and lumbering. Not really their style.
Yeah.
But then.
Thanks for not chiming in, Sue.
So but yeah, so in the course of having to get this kid back, this elf kid, we had to. I mean, he attacked us and threatened to kill all of us. So.
I mean, that all adds up. It doesn't add up.
I mean, he nearly wrecked, I think, 2 of us pretty hard. So, gotta protect my friends.
Yeah, like he almost nuked Tesla, or Tesla got real low.
No, I think it was
Seshmir
Cora.
got real low.
Cora
Yeah,
got
I mean
real
that's
low,
just.
too.
No, I
No,
never
you
lost.
actually, you went over a couch or something, right?
Yeah.
To-
I mean, I
Sierra
lost
almost
5
Sierra
or
almost
6
died.
points.
Okay,
I got
that's
pretty
it.
low. I was down to 14 from 41.
Yeah.
I was down
He
to
could have taken you out in one more turn. Like,
Yeah.
That's pretty strong with that.
Okay. But either way, clearly there's something that is. If this was just a mundane, weird, go steal a thing task, that's one thing. But you're clearly far more agitated than that. So he has clearly threatened you with something, and it's probably important that we should know, considering we just killed a guild head. And a guild head of the same guild as this guy. You really just not gonna tell us? That your family, he threatened your family?
No. I'll tell you that he knows that it was us.
Okay. Well, that's important to know. Okay, so Seer tells me that that he knows that we were involved, but she does not tell me about him threatening her family.
Okay.
Deciding if I should.
He is his.
Sorry. It's really hard when Danielle's sitting like right here.
That's fine.
So he. I'm trying to decide if I should do an insight check against him to determine if the reason that he's all.
You're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I want.
He'll obviously make an opposed check.
I want to make an insight check to see if if the reason his like feathers are all scrunched in is because he's afraid of Wyatt knowing all of this.
Okay.
Or if there's more to it.
Okay, cool.
So that's
Deception.
Deception.
Mm-hmm.
And my insight is 16.
And he wins.
Okay. Yeah, there's something more to this. It's pretty obvious. Like, so that was truthful, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's definitely more to it than that.
Okay.
Seer also doesn't have to tell you what that is. So.
No. Seer, I understand that you probably do not want to tell me whatever else is bothering you, but you do realize that at some point you will probably come into contact with people who can read your mind, and if it's very important,
some point, maybe in like 15 minutes when Seshmir hangoverly wanders into the bar.
And if it is something that is particularly dangerous to you and yours, I think by now you would have people who would be willing to help you.
You're not my father.
Oh, wait.
I'm not the one telling her to quit her job.
Yeah.
But although that was good advice.
Listen, we're all not opposed to Seer quitting there.
Yeah.
Listen, that
It's
reaction
not
only
like that's an
happened
option
because
anymore.
my
It's not like
own
he
parents
can.
had
Yeah.
the exact same conversation with me
true
like
facts.
the day before.
Tessa didn't know that.
I know she didn't.
He can't
However,
quit
it was
his
a legitimate
job.
response based on knowledge that you didn't have.
Worked out good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
So I'm gonna either if I have some way of contacting everybody to get everybody to the bar.
Yeah, we need to at some point.
I'm gonna have to do that. I can.
Hey,
I can send my familiar
let's
out.
retcon somebody who wasn't doing anything crazy on Sunday, so like not Seer. We were all
I
gonna.
just slept.
Yeah. So like we were all gonna get we were gonna go down to like Fantasy Verizon and get the keys.
Actually, that
right?
was my
Oh, yeah.
plan for today.
Oh, okay.
That's what I.
Okay, so that's what you've been doing. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, all right, sweet, solved.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. So.
That was legitimately what I was going
So I'm
to do
gonna.
today.
Then since we've got that, I'm gonna put you guys on pause.
Sure.
Seshmir and Cora, it's like 6 o'clock. Also Sahiri, it's like 6 o'clock. What were you doing today, Sahiri, on Monday?
Probably like cleaning out the burned remains of my home.
Cool.
We'll never get over it.
No.
Ever.
That's fair. So it's like 6 o'clock. It's
Still
dinner
not over
time.
break-ins.
You guys still don't have a lot of
Just
food
saying.
in the house. Like you've got food, but it's like one of those things where you've spent. It's like when you're moving into your house and you've spent all day in your house moving things around. Like.
It's so sad we lost our entire livelihood though. And
I
have
know,
no
right?
money.
Luckily, I had good insurance. Says your friend whose name I can't remember.
Yeah.
What was your contact's name?
Fantasy insurance.
What was your friend's name?
I don't even remember anymore.
It's okay. So they're like, hey, you want to go get something to eat? Like, I'm hungry.
Okay.
Cool. I heard about this place that's like nearby. It's like a bar. It's like some dude brews beer with rocks.
Yeah, particularly mossy beer for her.
Fine, I guess let's go down there.
Obviously not fruit with the Rolling Stones.
Right. How was
Sentient AI stones in his bedroom, though. Probably make a pretty good beer.
So, Cor and Seshmir, what are you guys doing?
I mean, it's after work. I went home. No one's told me that I need to be anywhere else.
That's fair.
Yeah,
bar.
I don't want to be excluded from the mission, but I don't have any reason to like meta game going there.
Okay.
How
Odo
long
comes
did
and hangs out with you because they're like, hey,
We can go get dinner or something.
This morning at work, it was decided that maybe I should
Froyo.
when we had like a big meeting this morning after we killed Malik, they would decide that maybe I should lay low, not do any field work for a while. So I'm just gonna hang out, I guess, today if that's cool.
We could go get dinner and drinks, I guess. That would give us a reason to go to the bar.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to like manufacture a reason. You can just we're showing up, so it's not a.
Let's just do that. We'll go.
So it'll be easier, and we can just get such.
I want to support my local business.
Yeah, listen. There's literally no reason all the members of Friends all went to that one coffee shop all the time. But guess what? That's where we are. Your central perk. Your
central perk. Oh
Congratulations.
How long does it take Tessa in the library, and can she make it to this shindig?
You can make it to the shindig. It takes you a while. Like it took you a long while to find the file, and they won't let you. You're not allowed to take the file out of the room.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Already have a copy.
I know. That's
Just
why I
don't know.
didn't
Yeah, so-
ask because
yeah.
I already have a copy.
Okay, yeah.
See, I'm a
Do
bit.
you go back to your? I'm assuming you go back to your quarters and get it.
Yeah.
Do you keep it in your quarters?
I don't really have anywhere else to keep things.
Sweet.
Okay, we're gonna fix that.
That's all we needed.
Tessa doesn't have any place else to keep things
Okay,
but her extremely Spartan quarters.
Okay, we're
great.
gonna
I
fix
guess
that.
so. You bring that file with you. You
Yeah.
bring all the files or just the one?
Why don't I take them all?
Okay.
That way you can put them
So
somewhere
for convenience
else.
sake, you guys all show up roughly about the same time.
Sure.
It's like 6:30. All these new workers are like, it's actually pretty bumping for a Monday night at Oren's bar. Just because like the fair's not too far away and all of the workers have gotten off and they like, it is literally the closest bar. So they all came here.
Tessa's pretty grumpy
Okay.
because she doesn't brain very well and
Right.
she just had to brain.
Right. And also see you're mean. You're a mean bird.
Also my feelings.
So.
No, Tessa doesn't have feelings to hurt, but she does.
right. Emo kid. So.
Oh, sorry.
I'm very
That was a
conflicted,
very
like
loud
very
noise.
happy that this whole like murderous weekend has brought me closer to my partner, but also like, oh god, I killed a guy.
It's pretty rough killing that dude too. Like Orange just smashed his head with a hammer like he's fucking Gallagher. So.
Yep.
Like he does.
Cool.
He worked
So
it
like
out
the
for
crew's
us.
all
And
here.
the only thing we learned from that is I should have done it sooner.
Yeah.
So Seer, Orin, you're downstairs. Sahir is the first one to get there with their friend Lark, who is the shop owner person, who's a human person and middle-aged lady. So, and like Lark's looking around. And what are you doing, Sahir? Are you acknowledging their existence?
No, I sit down.
Shit. Okay.
Not happy.
Somebody burned down my house because of my association of these people.
I'm sorry, wait, they burned down your house. Oh my god. I totally didn't know.
Maybe. Well, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So, Scary ignores you fucking guys. That's good. Sweet. Love it. Seshmir is next to show up.
I go to my spot.
Okay.
I get a beer.
Okay. Sweet. The seat that's probably like embroidered Seshmir.
Seshmir's
Or
office.
like Michael's like, hey Seshmir, and he just like literally just pours you the same thing you get all the time. Like doesn't even
Bronze
ask.
plaque on it.
Yeah.
Hey Mike, thanks for the beer.
No problem.
Seshmir lives
And he like
here.
pushes away. Then I guess Tessa and Cora and Odo all show up at like roughly the same time. So hey, Sahiri's there, guys. She's like sitting in the corner with somebody else, trying hard to ignore you guys.
So clearly we need to go over and say hi.
Yes.
Maybe we shouldn't all go
We should
over
take
at
the
same
confetti
time.
cannons.
Oh.
There were two different
I
approaches
feel like
there.
I should like want to wiggle my fingers like I don't know, big thorn vines or something.
Please don't kill us.
That's
Tessa
fair.
will go over.
Mm-hmm.
Clank, clank, clank.
I'll just get a table and have
Tessa,
a
you
dinner
made
with my other.
toasters.
Hey.
Like Lark's like.
He's like, oh look,
Zahiri.
Lark, it is in fact
Who's
Tessa
Lark again?
Blackmore from
Hey.
the posters.
Sahiri.
Oh.
Yes, how may I help you, Tessa Blackmore from the posters?
Just saying hey. Haven't seen you. Stuff's happened.
Really?
Yes.
How about that?
They didn't have to burn down anything you loved, did they?
Dial it to 11 every
Okay,
time.
so
I didn't know we had any other numbers on our dial.
right.
Yeah, it goes to 12 and 13.
12 is for
It
special
starts,
occasions.
it starts at 11, really.
I was just gonna say hi.
Hello.
Why is everyone being such a dick to Tessa today?
It is apparently be dick to Tessa.
Tessa, you can come eat lunch with me at Odo or dinner if you want.
I mean, I guess I should probably just like eat alone again.
I'm being nice. Don't be a dick to me.
Join me at the
Lark
bar.
kind of looks at Sahiri's like back to Tessa like.
Well, have a good night. Bye.
Who's your friend?
This is my friend Lark with whom I was living and had a shop, but then someone burned down our house and shop.
Yeah, somebody. It's like some guy. It's fine. It's not like.
Somebody burned
Sahir's
down
mad
your
about
house
it,
and
which is
shop.
fine. I mean, I'm also mad about it, but.
I
Didn't
didn't
know.
know someone had burned down your house and shop. I'm sorry that happened. Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, you should probably just, go away and never talk to me again.
All right, bye.
Well.
So I guess Mary gets to mark experience because this is like straight up one of her directives. Like, be antisocial.
So once
Fuck Jesus.
once everybody's here, I'm going to send the dog around to. Like I'm like helping work the bar
Yeah.
to kind of like discreetly like nudge people or like get their attention and look over to the end of the bar, trying to get everyone to the one end of the bar so I can explain a little bit
Okay.
of some things.
Lark is like, know Tessa Blackmore? How the hell do you know Tessa Blackmore?
Unfortunately, we were involved with some nefarious doings, which in fact led to our house and shop being burned down.
That seems like a lot of information to dump on me in the middle of a restaurant.
I mean, I can't say specifically what happened and who did it, but like, I met this person, and then suddenly shit goes all sideways.
Wait, are you implying that
Hey,
Tessa...
pro tip, nobody here burned down your house!
Yeah. Are you implying that Tessa Blackmore came and burned my house down?
No, I'm implying that because of
Says
my
it from the table, like, I
association
didn't do it!
with her, someone came and burned down our house.
Here's this
Maybe it's the fact that you
Is
stabbed
this-
a bunch of guys through the hearts with vines.
Here's this giant woman in complete plate mail, and she's got a pile of tinder and a Bic lighter behind your house. That seems plausible.
Is this why you were super weird weekend before last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I
that's
went
fine,
to a
I
crazy
guess.
sex dream.
And then a weird, like a giant, it's like a... What kind of dog was it?
He's a wolfhound.
Yeah, like a wolfhound like nudges you
What do you want?
and like looks at, it's like looking at the end of the bar where like Seshmir is.
I begrudgingly look over towards Seshmir.
For those of us listening, please note that Brian was repeatedly poking Mary in the side.
It's a dog. It's a dog hand.
This hand represents a dog.
Yeah.
This is a dog face hand.
That is
Like
a dog
one of the
face.
shadow
Looks
puppets.
just like Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also that dog does the same thing, but none of you guys are close enough for me to poke.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, Mary, do you want us to beg you to join the Scooby Gang?
I don't know if I ever want to talk to any of you again. My house got burned down, and I'm holding you all responsible.
I think we're talking about I think we're talking out of character here.
I'm defo out of
Because
character.
out of character, we don't know how to proceed.
I just don't
with
know
this
how to,
situation.
because you're
I
at
don't
the
know.
table.
I just feel real pissed off regarding my house being burned down.
I'm the one who did that though.
Did
like
we-
they're not. They didn't
Yeah.
do that.
Did your
Yeah.
house get burned down?
I just feel like had I not been to the bar because of goddamn Reginald and met these people, my house would still be unburnt.
Okay, so above board, it's not technically your house. It's just a room you rent in.
The house where I reside would not be burnt down.
Well, okay. So Tessa wants to get down to business.
So are we all? Is everyone? But
I mean, I just-
congregated at the edge of the table.
I guess I'll bring Odo over since
Yeah.
it's not like it matters at all anyways.
Yeah, so everyone's
We're done
congregating
keeping
at the end of the
secrets.
bar. What does Sahiri do?
I think I sit sullenly for a while with Lark and stare at my beer cup.
Okay.
All right. So continuing on.
Voice says in your head, you know, it'd be really cool if you could join us.
It has to be willing.
Oh, that's true. Do you want Seshmir's head voice in your head?
Actually, say yes so he can describe how horrible it is.
You feel like a. Thank you, Emily, for reminding
You're
me that. I
welcome.
was told to do that. So you feel like this kind of pressure in your temple.
Mental doorknob.
Yeah, like it's literally it's like somebody like lightly rapping on the side of your head, but like not on the side of your head, like on the side of your brain.
Would I be able to like figure it out since of my druidic background? I would be like, oh, this is the thing that I recognize.
Well, it'll be his voice.
Yeah. Has she ever seen him do the?
It does feel like it's coming from. I think we've done this before, but yeah, it's a similar feeling to Seshmir talking. You know it's Seshmir trying to talk in your head.
I said yes.
What do you want, voice in my head?
Hey, why don't you come on over and join us for a drink?
Do I have something else you need to have burnt down for me?
Not as far as I know.
Jesus.
He is the best person to have telepathy.
Yeah, this is the best.
Yeah, of all of the people here.
You get experience for that? Jeez.
Come on.
If we gave him experience every time that happened,
Something
he'd be,
bad-
he'd be level 30 by now.
You don't want to. Come on, have a drink. It'll be nice.
He
It'll be nice
needs
drink.
experience if something bad happens here.
I'm already having a drink.
We'll buy you another drink. Buy you 5 drinks. We'll buy
I
you
don't
7
need that
drinks.
many.
We'll buy your friend a drink. Come on.
We'll buy your friend a new house.
Listen, I'm just pretty
We can
sure
do
that if
that.
I go over
Actually,
there,
probably could.
there's gonna be shenanigans, and then I'll maybe Lark will end up dead now. Who would even know?
Are you saying this out loud? Lark is sitting right there.
I feel like I'm talking to the voice in my head, maybe in my head.
In her head,
That
yeah.
would be.
That would make
I
sense.
promise you, if you come over here, there will definitely be shenanigans. I don't know if anyone will get hurt.
I don't know if I want your shenanigans. So.
Shenanigans will be fun.
I nudge him, and I'm like, mention the Scooby
I
van.
also like
The what?
squiggle.
Tell her we have a Scooby van.
I squiggle.
We're getting rich over here.
As
Like,
a
also,
rat
we're rich
for
as
you
fuck
guys.
now. Like,
Yeah, we're also doing a lot better about getting paid for these shenanigans.
Is all of this happening
So-
out loud?
No.
Or
No, it's just in
No,
our heads.
it's just
screaming
Sahiri
across the
and
bar.
or Sahiri and Seshmir just intensely staring at each other. Like,
Actually, no, I'm looking
Seshmir-
at just drinking my
Oh,
beer.
yeah. Sahiri death glaring at Seshmir from across the bar.
While he drinks a beer.
So,
Payment, you say?
Yeah. You can rebuild your shop, buy a new house, buy some new herbs.
3 times
We could
over.
probably already do that.
I don't know. Get dirt, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Whatever druids do.
Go crazy, buy a tree. I don't know.
And it's like in this there will be retroactive payment for the foolishness already accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we get paid for that?
You
Wait,
get paid for Reginald's job.
Yeah, there's,
No,
a,
but
there's
for-
a 200 GP share on it if you come join us.
That's a pretty decent amount of money.
That's a lot
So,
of money.
am I gonna get that now or?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have it on me, but shortly.
Jesus Christ!
Listen, you're
Totally, we're
literally paying me to
friends.
hand back out with you.
I don't have it on me, but we can make some arrangement for later this week.
Lark, I'm gonna go sit with these foolish people. You should probably go home so you don't get murdered. Maybe. I
Lark's like,
I'll pack up your stuff when we get there.
okay.
I'll grab some fire retardant on the way home.
Sweet. I guess just be careful.
Lark's gonna go join the witness protection
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could.
So,
I mean, you could. No one's stopping you.
It's true.
Just, thorns are nice.
Healing is nice.
Yep.
No, we're fine.
I'm out of
Tessa,
spells.
Tessa shared a clove cigarette with you in the bathroom. You guys
Listen,
bonded.
Yeah,
I
we
don't really
bonded. We
feel
were
like
like this.
that happened since I wasn't here. I feel like you just all imagined that happening to someone who.
Maybe it's true.
That actually
true.
That all tracks really.
I
with the
feel like
situation.
maybe I had nothing to do with that, and you all just imagined that happened with teenage me.
It was
that
the
I know
Sun
nothing
team.
about.
It was
Was on
something.
It was the Sun team.
Fucking
Terrible stuff.
Because I'm pretty
That's why
sure I
drink
was
beer.
still like, grieving the loss of my house and finding replacement herbs and bullshit at that point.
Well, you guys did steal that file. You were definitely here for that.
I definitely did wiggle under some door edge as a rat.
You did a real good job with that. That was amazing.
Alright, so
Okay, I go over to the table.
the Scooby Gang
and I
has
glare
reunited.
at everyone, and then I sit and stare morosely into the beer.
Right. So
So I start off with, quietly. So Sear's boss is aware.
Actually, hold on for a few minutes. Why don't y'all socialize? I'm going to buy a round of drinks for everybody. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Also, you
I'm
missed a
standing
prime.
right there.
I've
You just
gathered
say,
you all
"Can I
here
have a
today
round of beers?"
opportunity.
And then I
he's
tell
the
Michael.
bartender. He
Yeah,
can just
but
get
I'll be
him.
right back.
He also
And
literally owns
He
the bar.
wants to
like-
leave.
Get a round of drinks for everybody. It's on me. I'll be right back. And I get up and walk out.
Or it looks at you as though you've been paying for
What
drinks.
actual hell
they-
is this? What fresh hell?
Right?
We don't tell each other things now.
Can we just
That's
can
our
we just
thing.
do our Scooby thing without?
I mean,
Without-
So why
Yeah.
he can read minds. I will probably just continue.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I after she sits down and I guess he leaves, I just kind of mention quietly, discreetly. It looks
Let me
like
know when I
Wyatt's
come back
boss
into
is
the room.
aware of the activities of last weekend or Saturday or whenever that was.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Like 3 days ago.
I mean, you, Sahiri, are aware that Malik died because you read newspapers.
I exist in the world?
Yep.
So, I take it that Seer has brought everyone up to speed on what they've been asked to do.
Nope. Just me.
Okay.
And I guess you.
Yeah, I have some info, but first, in character, I don't think we need to go into the whole shooting match, but can we just say that Seer gives people...
Yeah.
the
Seer tells
version?
everything everyone already here at this table physically knows.
Right.
So, okay. Sweet.
Okay, so then I will tell them what I have found out, which is what they also already know, about this here file
Okay.
and the fact that it's been redacted to that there is an item somewhere, but we don't know where.
Or what?
But I's father, right?
Yeah, it
Was
concerns
involved?
I's father, and she and I have been having these weird pseudo dates, and yeah,
You always part really awkwardly.
we do.
I mean, was it not any good?
The pseudo dates?
The pseudo.
I mean, my salad was all right, I guess. It wasn't the best I've ever had.
I believe the coffee was okay.
You two mopey folks need to go smoke in the bathroom again.
So I'm gonna also mention that Seer, in my opinion, it seems fairly clear that Wyatt has something, is holding something over Seer.
Just like it out with it, Jesus.
No, like I out of respect for his privacy, I guess he does. I'm not going to push the issue.
But I'm gonna bring it up in front of all of our friends.
Yes, because
I just don't really.
in my opinion, they are also involved in this because Wyatt knows the thing, and it clearly involves all of us.
These people have risked their lives to do things for all the people here. So
Well, I'm not Seer's mother or anything, but
great, we all hate each other. This is perfect.
There's probably some things that we can do.
I adore all of you, even though I'm not here.
I just want to point out that I just want to mention this in a way that says this is probably an urgent thing that we are invested in this thing, beyond just Wyatt knows the thing.
At that point, I'd come back in.
Okay. Josh, we're just back.
I don't know what he was saying.
I don't know
mean, did
either,
you go
but
take a
Brian
leak
told
in the
me to,
alleyway?
and I'm a little worried
Yeah,
about
no, I come back and I've got a package.
Like, I
Is
just
that-
feel like maybe I should have done some like.
You really are 12.
I am. Is it a big package?
Seshmir's got his package.
Mope.
Jesus. Are you doing anything?
No, I just sit down and wait for the conversation
Okay.
to evolve.
Seshmir, what's in your
What you
package?
got there?
Just continue.
Look,
We
it's
just
look, it's a big pack of Nunya.
Look, I don't have
You're
I
tearing
don't
this
have
family
any
apart.
I don't have any leads until I have my appointment on Wednesday with Weston. I could also probably reach out to and see if she knows what the thing is. I feel like though that Seer, although I'm not his mom or anything, probably needs an answer before Wednesday. So what do we got?
Before Wednesday would be better than Wednesday.
Probably yes. So any ideas, Scooby Gang, Fantasy Scooby Gang?
Well,
Maybe you shouldn't go around just murdering people by the boatload.
So
I don't know.
So I addressing Zahir. Zahir, you do not have to be involved any further than you already have been. We have been involved in things that are obviously dangerous.
People already know.
If
that
that
I've been
scares you
seeing
and you do not wish to be involved, that is okay. But
the way I figure, people have already seen me with you people, and now you people are just doing terrible, worse things, and they think I'm involved anyway.
Okay, at this moment, Tessa's going to get up, and Tessa's going to say this. If anybody does not want to be involved in what we are about to do, then you are welcome to leave. However, I am going to help Seer.
It's gonna lean back.
Some people in a bar near, some
Stand.
people at a table nearby are like, what the fuck?
So
It's fine. She's making another speech. I'll sign a headshot for you in a moment.
let's figure out some answers. Let's do what we can. And other than that, maybe we should just, help out our bird friend. That's all I have to say.
I agree. We should absolutely help out Seer.
I feel like it's demeaning to call him your bird friend to his face. My black friend, Seer.
Tessa is socially awkward and doesn't quite know how to do the thing. So.
Okay.
Am I your dragon friend, Seshmir?
Yes.
Excellent.
Hey, at least I'm not calling you my lizard friend.
Your tiefling friend.
Definitely.
My big rock friend, my horny friends. My lizard friend. My bird friend.
You can't see my horns.
So, all right. Oh, also, you have things for everybody.
Yes, I on a practical note, I do have gifts for everybody.
Oh, goody.
Gifts.
You guys basically now have fantasy cell phones.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of
Fantasy cell phones.
communication
Cell
gifts.
phones.
That's why he went to Fantasy Verizon.
Yep.
Yeah. So we spent most of his day like, no, yes, 6 lines.
Yeah.
No, I don't need that model. Like I don't need the
Unlimited talk and text.
like
Unlimited
talk
data.
text is fine.
Yeah.
How much is unlimited data? How much more a month? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
No, I don't want a screen
No.
protector.
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna pay that much for a fucking screen protector.
I didn't pass the credit
Actually-
check. I've got to put down how much is a deposit?
No, I don't want your
Actually, you people have not grasped my character. These would be the cheapest freaking option.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're flip phones.
They
Yeah,
are flip
they are.
phones.
Yes.
They are.
World.
Yeah, Motorola razors.
Tessa's holds
Oh,
hers
God, no.
between thumb and forefinger. Like,
At least
What is
spring for the
this?
Nokia, Jesus. The shit we get up to.
Fair.
Let's get the waterproof one.
And I've got
Okay.
a special present for you.
Uh-oh.
Now pull out a fire extinguisher.
Oh
oh
god.
god.
Oh god.
All the rest of us are like,
What do I need to roll to quickly kick that off the table? Like across the bar. Wait, make Odo do it. They can probably do it.
Roundhouse kicks up like a fire extinguisher.
I'm gonna reach behind
Do you have a bag of
Seshmir and just be
marshmallows?
like, no beers for the rest of the night.
You
You
should-
lost beer privileges for
should
the
make
rest of
out
the
a
night.
Roundhouse kick that thing across the bar.
We're cutting you off, Seshmir.
Oh my god.
He's really trying to get experience.
No, this is just my character concept.
My bird friend. My rock friend.
Jesus, guys.
My dragon friend.
I guess it's that time of the season where we tear the team apart.
I'm bonding.
The wrong way. Bond in the opposite direction.
To be fair, how's this any different from how I've bonded with all of y'all in real life?
I mean, that's fair.
Is there supposed to be a larger guacamole or just the little one?
The large one has, I believe, been finished off.
Okay. But you can have as many
But have
little
as many
ones
of the little ones as you want.
There was more guacamole in the fridge. Then I was like, there are only these tiny ones.
Yes.
Okay.
So what are you guys gonna do? What's the plan? What's the plan so I can set up new
So
things?
we do need to at least we need to get in contact with I. That's the most obvious one, I think.
I will reach out to I.
Okay.
Through.
Are you gonna meet I by yourself?
What do you
At
all
some point
think?
they're gonna think you're interested. I'm just gonna.
Listen, you keep going
Fucking-
on
I'm
these
just fucking
dates.
kidding
I
with
thought
you.
you already
Fine.
lined up.
It's fine.
I mean, are you interested?
I feel like they're
Listen,
more
I's
like,
a pretty sweet, like, southern halfling samurai. That's pretty cool.
they're more like business lunches and
You are the one calling them dates. You.
said pseudo dates. Does anybody want to go with me?
Do you want anyone to go with you?
It doesn't matter to me.
I will
no.
with you.
Seer will come with me.
Cool.
Sure, I can go.
Orin will go. It's gonna
Or
be her
Orin.
Yeah.
And
Most
Orin.
awkward
Yeah.
date ever.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Cora will probably not be able to go because Cora will be working. I imagine.
That is true. I do have to continue my job.
I'll follow along nearby without being part of the group.
Okay, creeper. Sweet.
What he does,
Like
I don't even.
Seshmir outside in a paper mache bush.
I'm gonna hang out with
I'll wear
Seshmir
a
in the
false
bush.
mustache. No
Okay,
one
cool.
will recognize me.
Ooh.
Man, I'm the only one with the regular job schedule
Sahiri's in
anymore.
the bush
I know.
with Seshmir.
I destroyed all like sense of normality that Seer had. So.
Yeah, you wretched creature.
Yep.
Picking on
And I put in some
her.
also put in some office hours when I'm not tailing her.
Okay, cool. You're just wait. Does Tessa know that you're tailing her?
Just to the date.
Okay.
It's not a
what?
date. It's a business lunch.
Whatever.
Are you telling her not at the date?
No.
Okay.
Is he tailing me not at the date?
I don't know. It's his character. I'm not the one who controls him.
I'm just following you to the date.
If he says no, I guess he
And
needs
you don't
no.
know that.
Okay, great.
Okay. You guys gotta be weird tonight. Jesus.
You know, if I is on relatively good terms with us, maybe having her meet with Sahiri and kind of mend some bridges there.
I didn't burn down no house.
I know, but I mean, like, wasn't the house burning down from like some
The encounter.
thugs she was involved with?
Yeah, but that was that guy's own decision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was not an ordered thing.
Okay, it was a thought.
I mean, I will be like, yeah, that's kind of shitty. I wouldn't have done that. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, sorry, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, does your character think that I is involved? Do we know? Is there any reason that this is a
She
thing that
seems
that
to
can
blame
happen?
us.
Well, sure, but I mean,
yeah, but
like,
Orn's trying to figure out how to make it right.
I'm attempting.
No, he's not.
To
He's,
not
trying to, he's trying to shift the blame to someone else.
I don't think that's true.
Now, see here, if you really want to just take this outside and deal with this, like,
He'll
or-
fist fight you.
we can go to the temple. We can
Please
we
say
can have
yes so I
ourselves
can get
we can
experience
have
for
we
resolving
can have
this.
ourselves, you know, you can beat on me a little bit and you'll feel better. You can get it out of your system.
Go to Fight Club.
Yeah,
Don't
go-
talk
go
about
to-
Fight
go-
Club.
Go to Fight
No,
Club
everyone
Church.
talks about Morden's Fight Club. Everyone knows
Yeah.
about Fight Club.
Go to Fight Club Church.
Go to religious.
We
Fight
actually
Club.
preach
Yeah,
about it.
Morden's
Here's the
Church is
pamphlet.
Fight Club Church.
We
We decided
established
this.
this.
This is actually a thing. Like Morden's temple has a ring.
In the middle.
That's spectacular.
Yep.
Yep. He's the god. He's the
That's
god of war.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm just saying, you know, if this would make you feel better,
Nothing will make me feel better.
well,
Jesus. Okay.
all right.
So, anyways, we're gonna go to lunch with I. I's like, sure. Where do you want to get? Wait, what? Like,
I will leave you with the thing, like, if anything goes down, page me. I'm well known enough at my job that I can probably get off and
Cool.
move.
I'll page you.
okay.
You can say that your mom's sick or something.
Mhm.
Sure.
Just a
Okay.
black one.
Just kill my mother. That'll be fine.
Didn't your mom
can-
die last week? Like, how many moms do you have?
Is there like a park or something that we could go meet in? I feel like we do a whole lot of.
Yeah. It's the same park that they're setting up the carnival that will be up next weekend.
Mhm.
It's not like taking up the whole park or anything like that.
Right.
And I mean, it is the middle of winter, so it's not like scenic. So like, no one really goes to the park in the middle of the winter,
Right.
except for this carnival.
certainly
which is why
not
they
on
do it.
Candlemas or
Yeah,
whatever.
Candle
Candle
Night.
night.
Candle night.
It definitely won't be like
Candlemas.
conspicuous.
Guard your
Candle
teeth,
Miss
children.
Yeah.
Michaelmas.
Guys,
Nobody in their right mind goes out to the park on Candle night.
No, you can throw the bottle.
I mean,
the
do you
baseball
want
at
to
the
get
bottles and
shanked
win-
by a fairy? I mean, I'm just saying.
You
Yeah.
win stuffed tooths.
Yes, I've always wanted to get shanked by a fairy.
Listen, I don't know.
Wow.
Like, I've gone to a lot of parks where I've almost gotten shanked by a fairy. Like the
That's the reason why you go to the park. is
My
to get
bad.
shanked
My
by a
bad.
fairy.
I misjudged that situation
Terrible. I can't believe I
profoundly.
said
when you
that.
encounter a fairy in a park at night, it only goes one of two ways. The
Either shanking or 100 years you wake up and everybody's aged but you haven't. Done.
Okay, sweet. That got
If
weird.
only.
That got weirder. I didn't.
There's always weirder.
We're talking about a holiday where teeth are stolen and children are scared and everyone wears costumes to trick the fairies. I mean,
Are you sure that's what you're talking about? Because
Yes,
I mean-
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just talking
So, anyways,
about
you
that.
guys are at the park. You guys like sit down at like a
Count
like
out
one
the
of the
soda.
you know like the big concrete picnic tables.
yeah.
So that's where you're sitting out. Seshmir and Sahiri, how are you looking inconspicuous?
horrible.
But also, this person definitely knows what you look like.
they have a big
Imagine Zahir's
mobile
actually
bush,
hiding in a bush.
and they're carrying it along
I mean,
with
I
them.
generally wear this giant cloak all the time and have my tail tucked up and you can't see my horns.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they may not notice you. He's a big lizard man who wears a trench coat. Like,
I'm just like the lizard man.
Actually,
might
I'm
be a
a
companion.
couple hundred yards away,
okay, so you're just like
With
at
a-
the edge of your.
and there's a raven sitting on a nearby tree.
It's
Okay,
a part of
sweet.
his backstory that he's tailed that teenager.
Yeah.
That's
Clearly
true.
he
I mean,
knows
he's
how
good
to-
at it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I has also seen his face and knows who the fuck he is before,
Yep.
so that there's a difference there. But yeah, okay, that's fine. You're just like on the other side of the park,
Listening
and
in on
your
via raven.
creepy imp is listening in.
So,
Raven, not an imp. Raven.
I'm going to,
Raven.
while we're having our meeting or whatever, I'll have Kukulon look around and if he sees anybody that's paying more attention than they should.
Oh, did you remember his name?
What? Kukulon?
Yeah, because last time I was here, you'd forgotten.
Yeah, came up with a different
We
one.
remembered it.
And we invented a new
Couldn't
name.
remember.
We didn't
it, so-
remember.
Yeah,
So let's just make that
I
up.
still remember it started with an F, but I can't for the life of me figure out what it was.
Yeah.
And it was a great name, but anyways.
I do remember liking it. Like,
Yeah.
Kukulon's cool name though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I shows up, but is like a little put off because there's like 3 people at the table. She's used to meeting Tessa by herself. Eyes in their suit, the vest, like no tie, their little bowler cap. They don't have like the big sword on them.
Yeah.
Or anything like that, and they've got like a Starbucks basically, and they're
Yeah.
like, "How there, Tessa? Is everything going? What's going on?" And they say as they like kind of climb up into the short they're having.
Yeah.
Like they climb up onto the picnic table.
Everything's fine. Thank you for meeting us.
You're welcome.
You might remember, although you've probably not been formally introduced to my friends, Seer and Oren.
Yeah, big hitty guy, bird hitty guy. It's yeah.
Bird dodgy guy.
Yeah.
We're not here to. I mean, I'm just. Both of these people are involved in what's. Yet again, something's going down. Shocking, I know.
I know, right?
I know. It just seems
you live
to-
such a quiet life.
Just such an extremely quiet life. So.
I am literally a criminal, and I don't get into this much shit as y'all.
It's a hobby. So.
Everyone's got to have a hobby.
Right. So. And I'll tell her the.
We need to redefine hobby for y'all. Like, but okay. Mhm. You tell her what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. You
and-
specifically tell her about.
Yes.
Okay.
File.
The
Yeah.
file. Do you know what this item is?
No, no. I've tried to look into it. It's hard. This is nicer because now I've got at least a number, I guess, to go with. It's more information. She like pulls out like a
notepad.
Not a notepad, but like a napkin.
Uh-huh.
Like that takes the napkin off her coffee that she's drinking,
Uh-huh.
and like
Scrolls
it's
on
like
it.
pen. Anyone
Does
got
anyone
it?
have
I
a
pressed
pen?
a pen.
God damn it, you fucking wizard piece of
Yes.
shit.
Love it.
So she'll like scribble on. She'll like scribble the number down,
Yeah.
so she like has it now, and she's like, yeah. What? You could have.
It's temporary anyway.
What if I need? Okay.
It'll come back. It's fine.
All right. Jesus. What the fuck? But so, I mean, I knew that they recovered something. I didn't think that it was. I haven't done a lot of research into it specifically because I didn't know if it was. I mean, frankly, I just wanted to know what was going on with my daddy. Not really. I wasn't super concerned about like, what they pulled out of whatever bullshit hellhole they sent him into.
Right,
Uh,
because it wouldn't have really have mattered what the mission was.
Yeah.
They
Like
So-
I wasn't concerned with what the mission was. I was more concerned with why it's not
Quick-
what's. But
Quick recap on her dad. If I'm probably remembering this wrong. Did her dad occupy the same kind of like being used position that
yes.
Yeah.
that she did before you did it?
Yes.
Okay, that's. I
mean,
just want to make sure I remember
I
that
and
right.
Tessa are
He was-
roughly the same age.
I wanted
Yeah.
to make sure I remembered that right.
He was
Okay.
me before me.
Okay.
And he got
They got shanked.
sent into a situation that was certain death and
Right.
became a martyr for the
Right.
cause.
Didn't need to be per
Right,
se, but yeah.
right. Okay. Okay. Continue then. I just wanted to make sure I was
It's weird too
right.
because like he died because about the time that he died is like about the time that all your parents died. So it looks like it's weird because it looks like there's like an uptick in necromantic
During
activity.
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 2 to 3 year period where like you could also go through the files and find like when you were in there like they're alphabetical and chronological. So you're like okay so this isn't the only mission that went on like a 3-year
Right.
period.
So, did you ever hear him talk about an item? Did
Well-
he ever talk about his work?
Yeah, he wouldn't have ever come home and talked about this item because he died on this mission.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I didn't know if it was
yeah.
part of a longer investigation.
It was.
or...
I mean, I knew that they had him tracking down a group of folk. I mean, So my daddy, he was more, he's sort of like you, but pay more. He didn't really like. Obviously, he believed in the Raven Queen and all that jazz, but he devoted himself to pay more. And so, I mean, I do remember him about this time talking about some things involved, like talking more about the Raven Queen and him doing some more research and looking through some more her texts and such. I mean, it's so I don't. That's all that really sticks out. I mean, it was. I was 6, so it ain't
Right.
like a.
Have
You
you-
know, it's been a while.
And you're looking into this. Have you ever heard of perhaps another archive, some other location where they might store artifacts? I know that's probably, if it does exist, it's probably extremely secretive. But I mean,
It ain't-
this number does not seem to correspond.
Right. I mean,
to
like
anything you know of.
I've been to the Keeper's Library on a number of occasions.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did you ever find a place where they stored items?
No. Like, I was reading books, and I'm pretty handy with lockpick, and so I read a lot of case files. So.
But there has to be a
I've
place.
never encountered it, and my my archivist
Yeah.
friend doesn't know anything.
I mean, we know that ain't them having something they ain't telling people about ain't necessarily out of character for them.
Right.
But, I mean, I've got something different to look into.
That would be me.
Legitimately, I probably need to stop looking into this shit and get back to work before one of my bosses notices I'm not like doing goddamn anything most of the days.
No, I'm just thinking
Okay.
because I'm like literally 200 yards away.
Thing.
I feel like Seshmir is just repeating things as like
just
like he's like dictating this to Sahiri.
And I'm just like, I thought she was just working for Jimmy the Fish or whatever.
Squid, but yeah.
Jimmy the Squid's like her big boss
Fish
essentially.
squid.
So
Swish.
There'll be underbosses.
I thought she was the underboss.
No,
She's the
she's
underboss.
she's just
a
an
button
enforcer, yeah. But I can do what I can to put an ear to the ground, and maybe I can see something because now I'm looking for it. I don't know.
Brilliant.
Anything that you could do would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I'll give you all a
Because-
call.
I do want to emphasize that from what we understand, this information, like we need to know something by Friday.
Yeah, I can do my best. I don't want to make any guarantees.
Obviously, yeah.
That I can't but I can look into some shit for y'all.
Could the two of you give us just a minute, please?
All right. Maybe get up and go play with the dog or something. I don't know.
Your dog. I thought he was a bird right now.
No, he's a dog.
Oh, it's a dog right now.
Yeah, I mean we're in a park. I mean we're.
Mine's a bird.
cool.
I prefer him to be a dog when it's not immediately more useful for him to be a bird.
See, it's
Okay,
cuter
cool.
when he
Okay,
plays
okay,
with
fair
his
enough.
dog, which is actually like a friend, and when he plays with his raven, which
It's
is
a
a
little weirder.
murder
It's a
machine.
little weirder. Yeah.
Hey, I can
It's
play with it when
literally
it's
a
rat,
hell
too.
beast. Okay. So I guess you guys leave I and Tessa alone.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like me and Seshmir make bound chicka bound noises across the park. And no one knows
In
what
your
it is.
head.
He's dictating it to me.
it! Guys, I'm trying to be serious!
Yeah, good luck with that.
Literally has objectives to
I'm
stop
sorry, I
you
can't
from
have a
that.
serious moment with I with
guess
you
so.
with this peanut gallery.
Well, the peanut gallery is gone.
These fucking bastards.
Here, how should I put this? I'm not good with talking to people. I can talk at people,
Yeah.
but I'm not good at talking to people.
I'm shocked.
But thanks.
Sorry. No, I actually did just call.
Do you want to help
Yes.
us in a more robust capacity with any of the things that.
Did you guys
we're
explain what you did over the weekend to I?
No.
No.
Okay, good. All right, resounding no from the rest most of the group. Okay, cool.
Because
That
I
would
don't
be
think
bad.
that I don't think that you are evil.
I mean, I generally wouldn't classify myself as evil. I ain't tied nobody to no train tracks recently.
You don't.
So now Tessa's awkwardly flirting with the hitman.
I'm not.
Also, I ain't no hitman.
You can't. Neither of you can hear this. This is just what I'm relaying to Sahiri.
There are opportunities for you to make money that don't involve being a criminal in the classic sense. And
anyone asks some practicing the Ravenclaw.
Yeah, definitely. We are not criminals.
We
at
didn't
all.
murder anyone.
not in the
was
classic
self-defense.
sense. Not in the classic sense.
We are not part of organized crime. No.
And-
You just tell yourself.
Well, we're
Since-
part of
You are
this
definitely
organization.
not a part of organized crime. You're definitely
Jesus
freelance.
Christ!
We are not organized.
Hush now. Hush now. Let Tessa do her thing. Hush, hush, hush.
She's trying real hard.
Since we share a background, you know, I wouldn't say this to just any
Just any.
thug
Any
that
ne'er-do-well.
I've tried to
Any
kill.
ne'er-do-well that you've invited out 3 times.
Not
Well, twice.
out.
I invited you out
I
the
mean,
first time. I'll give you
it's-
that
I
one.
mean,
Yeah.
it's more like a business lunch. I mean, but there's opportunities for you to do things that don't involve, you know, actual crime. So, you know.
I mean, if you all want to hire me for my services, I guess that's fine.
I'm probably not able to hire you for your services.
Are you gonna make a sexual arrangement?
I don't. Then how? Wait. Listen.
So would you take
if you
it
need,
out in trade?
if you need help with this sort of thing, I'm fine helping y'all. I don't. This advances things that I want to I want to look into. It's fine. Y'all ain't gotta pay me for this. I'm getting what I want out of it.
Look, here's what I'm trying to say,
you're probably
okay?
paid.
And, you don't have to live this life. You could
Going that
you
way.
could go on
I can
another.
change you.
There
I
are
think you should
other.
whisper
There are other paths.
how shitty that this is going currently.
Oh no, actually, I'm not making any commentary anymore.
Yeah.
She just wants to change her.
There are other paths that you could pursue, and I, as one orphan to another, I would like to see you.
I have a mama.
Not like you.
I mean, I understand the sentiment. I'm just saying that, like, you know, I'm not saying it's bad. I ain't saying it's like bad to be an orphan or nothing.
Mama. Chester Blackmore, you're not my mother.
So I'm.
Plot twist: we are all your children.
Listen,
And then it zooms out, it's a snow globe.
it's all a snow globe.
God.
Listen, that came out. That was real shitty. I'm sorry. Listen, I appreciate it. I do. I understand the sentiment behind what you're saying and everything. And y'all seem like fine folk. Even though I definitely could beat most of y'all in a fight. I just wanted to. We really need to be clear.
Glad I'm
on
not
that.
there.
Glad
I'm not there.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Oh, that's legit.
But the.
Good little sparring match.
Yeah, we faced stronger than you in last week.
We leveled up in
But
that.
I mean, I ain't conflicted about what I do. It's just lots of people do way worse things than I do to earn a paycheck. It's fine.
At least you're honest about it,
Yeah,
friend.
I ain't going home losing no sleep about what I do during the day. I do appreciate the offer, and if you guys need help, I'm more than happy to help you out. It's just, you know, I ain't languishing in my particular line of work. So
You have to accept her as she is if you want to love her.
You don't need to rescue her.
Sorry, rescuing is what I do.
Oh, you would be a very abusive relationship. Get out while you can.
Also, don't date Tessa.
Lots of people not to date today.
At least I care about mine.
Okay,
It's true.
well,
Yeah, you just make him sleep on the foot of the bed like an animal.
Right?
Didn't actually do that.
You actually carry him around in one of those doggy backpacks, don't
It's
you?
like,
Yoda.
I mean, it would probably be easier if I did pick them up
it's true.
occasionally.
Oh, no, it's like a papoose.
So Tessa is going to awkwardly say,
Uh-huh. I don't feel like you need to preface that, but
Then-
okay.
which is weird for somebody who has a charisma of 16, but
Sure.
let's just say that
You
it's
can
all
turn it on when you
that
want
it's
to.
all in good looks. Well, thank you for your time, and she's gonna walk away.
Wow.
All right. Like, I just keep sitting there drinking the coffee like, what the fuck? Used to be a simple crime enforcer.
What I relay is they seem to be enjoying a beautiful moment together, and now they've said goodbye.
The world
There was
through
nothing beautiful
through
about that
Seshmir's
moment.
glasses.
Yeah.
Lord. Wow.
Despite the shittiness of Seshmir's drunken fire extinguisher offering, I for some reason like him better for it.
See, smartassery wins people over every time.
I like to imagine that I communicated to Oda, like, you need to get rid of that, and it just roundhouse kicked across the bar. Like, probably hit a patron.
And try to be nice in this group. People presents.
You try to make a friend.
You'll need this in the future.
You try to encourage people to turn from their evil ways. You try to
Not worth it.
introduce them to a better path. What thanks do you get?
No, more in a sense you gotta beat that path into them. Sometimes that's necessary. Maybe not all the time.
Okay,
Some people
so.
have to be dragged to the ring.
Okay, so.
Then maybe we should just have a fight match and just see which one.
That was a good Tuesday.
fun.
I don't know if there's. I don't know. You guys want to do anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to look at the case file
Mm-hmm.
Look at the case file.
and figure out where this happened.
Thank you,
Is
somebody.
the place still standing? Can I go visit it?
I assumed where this happened would have been a relevant detail that you would have not arbitrarily omitted.
Well,
When
I
she
didn't,
was
I didn't
reading
omit
over the
it.
file.
Like, I didn't omit it. It's in the files.
Just that we didn't
no one
ask
asked to
about
go
it.
there.
I just wanted to know what the file said, but it was just like blah 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 redacted. Not
Yeah,
well.
I thought
Clearly there's
I think
nothing
all
there.
of us mostly assumed that the where it happened was a redacted portion.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. I didn't necessarily mean for that to
Because
come
you were
through.
just like,
The
everything is
like
redacted,
information
just
about
says
the
nothing.
actual item, what it is, what it's
Super
called,
black lines.
where it went is redacted, but where this event happened was not. So yeah, so you guys go to the house. It was a house. It's like a brick.
Is this after work, or do I miss
Yeah, you
this?
can come. Yeah, it's after work.
Can I please come?
Yeah, you can go. So after work, you guys swing by. You pick up Cora in, I guess, Seshmir's weird van.
Yes! That's gonna be so weird to explain to
So you guys are
everyone who
all in a
sees.
weird windowless panel van.
Is there shag carpet?
No.
No.
We're just
it's
on the
rusty
metal.
bare-
No,
it's a rusty bare metal
The part
floor.
where I sit is somehow covered now in moss and is very comfortable.
It's true. Weird. Now you've got to clean moss out of your van.
Actually, to be fair, there's lichen growing in the grill.
Great. So you guys go to the house. It's brownstone. That's the word I was looking for. So it's like a brownstone, and it's still like it's still standing, but like one of the windows is broken out the front. The front door is just like a piece of fucking plywood that's been nailed into the door frame.
Oh, looks like
There's
that would
spray
be
paint. You know, it's no one lives here. Definitely, no one lives here. Maybe. No one owns this property.
No one pays for this property.
Yeah, no one rents this place. So, there you go.
Okay.
And it's in a part of town that. So, at one point in time, this was when this happened. This was like a nice part of town. It's like a middle class part of town, and then probably in the last 10 years, it had fallen into like not a great part of town.
So somewhere around East Town Mall.
Yeah, except like it's more
Yeah.
like think about like it's like it's like Gill Street. So like it's pushing back. So now like 2 streets over, there's like an artisan cupcake shop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where we're at. With
Yeah,
it.
East Town's not there yet.
Yeah.
No.
So like the march of gentrification is pushing into this. This
There-
little
there
As
neighborhood.
someone
are-
who just moved out of there and quite possibly ignored a kidnapping, it's not there yet.
There are white hipsters walking their dogs
Oh yeah.
a
Yeah.
block away, but not quite yet to
Yeah,
this place.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's like a half elf guy with like a weird undercut and like a flannel walking like a some kind of poodle mix.
Yeah.
So
A golden doodle, fantasy
golden doodle, yeah,
doodle.
golden doodle. So there we go.
Okay. All right. So I guess so. Is the
I
house,
enter the building.
The house, yeah. Is the house all boarded up?
you'll
Or?
have- yes, the house is boarded up. The windows aren't necessarily boarded up. It looks like at some point one was broken, it was boarded up, and then another one was broken. No one gets a shit anymore. So
Right.
like you could probably lift a window and get in. You could go in through the front door, but it's like a piece of plywood that's nailed up, so you'd have to like tear it down.
So I take
Or
one
you
hand
could
and
go
I tear it
if you
down.
go
Back
around
door.
back. There's a back door.
Yeah,
with
let's
a
go to the back door.
Yeah, with a like it's got it looks like somebody's installed like a little flip over thing with a lock and everything.
On the back door?
Yeah. Like
Not the
some
front door.
realtors come through
Oh,
and
okay.
basically deadbolted it at some
Okay.
later point in time. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
probably they kicked in the front door or something, and they just never replaced it, so they boarded it.
Let's go to the back door.
Yeah. We should probably enter through the back door just so that we're not like standing out in the open, walking into this weird house.
Prying plywood off the front door, yeah.
Yeah, that seems a little
Yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah. So go to the back door.
Oh, and in the back there's the thing that goes down to the basement, but it's chained over too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Basement or house?
House first, then basement.
House first, yeah.
So none of us have lockpicking skills, so I'm gonna go.
It doesn't mean you
Is
can't
Odo
try
here?
to. Huh? Odo's not here.
No, I would probably just attempt. I would probably like it's an abandoned
The one
house.
time I think
Nobody's
it's
gonna care. I probably just like nudge my warhammer really hard at the deadlock.
I
And
nudge it really hard.
just and it breaks.
Yeah.
You know.
I
I mean, I can make a strength roll. I
Yes,
suppose.
Buggy, you could. Look, I could knock a lock off
With a hammer, I
Yeah.
mean-
So yeah, I
I'm
believe
just
in
got-
your
I
ability.
mean, worst case scenario,
What I mean is,
you just
I don't
knock
want to
off
like
one thing.
wham,
Yeah.
break open the
Right, right,
door.
but you're
I
trying
just
to,
kind of
you're
want
trying
to
to bring it down on the lock
Yeah.
and break the lock.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I just don't want to make a huge, massive sound about it and everything. So.
You get that lock off,
Yeah.
but the back door still act like the actual knob's still locked, but it doesn't take. You're a big fucking dude. Like it doesn't
Like,
take you.
you don't
It
have
doesn't
to
take much
sort
to
of-
just
you
shoulder
just
it in.
sort of like lean.
Yeah, you just kind of lean until
Okay.
the door sort of bends and pops open.
Swing it open.
Like my cat does.
Yeah, there you
Like,
Yeah.
like a big version of a cat.
Little cat, she sticks her hands into the carpet for leverage, then she leans her shoulder against the
Yeah.
like this until it pops open.
That's
Nice.
cute.
So yeah, you guys open the door. It's hella dusty in here.
Oh yeah.
It's dirty as shit. And like the kitchen is, there's not really like it smells. It would smell bad if this wasn't like
Just old and.
almost 20 years after the last time anyone was in here, because there was still definitely they just left food in the cabinets.
Yeah.
But it's like it's musty and it's moldy and it's definitely like just layered in like a layer of dirt. It smells like this place has gotten wet, probably from one of the many broken windows that kids just threw fucking rocks through.
Damn kids.
I know, right? Kids.
God.
And you can kind of see as you kind of enter the kitchen, you can look through to the front room. You definitely there's definitely not a door behind that piece of plywood. It's just really kicked the fuck in. So yeah, there you
Okay.
go. And it's 2-story out. It's a brownstone. It's a 2-story house. From where you're sitting in the kitchen, you can see like a living room, maybe something that's like a dining room off to the
Yeah.
side. You're in the kitchen, and there's a staircase that goes up to where you probably assume are bedrooms and shit.
Okay. So who wants to take what?
Oh, and there's a door in the kitchen leading to the basement.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I assume we're gonna look around.
We should not split up.
Correct.
That Scooby Gang.
No! That never worked out.
We should go room by room and assist Seshmir with his investigation.
Let's slice the pie. Come on, here we go.
Guys are gonna.
Are there any pictures?
Follow proper
Are there
reading.
any
procedure,
pictures on the walls?
Which we can't do in
That's a good.
Are there any
cannot.
pictures on the walls?
No.
None
It
at all.
doesn't like. It looks like people lived here, but people didn't like this.
They didn't
This was a
decorate,
house.
didn't-
This wasn't a home. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Okay.
So it was a transient type of a place.
Yeah. Like, because the couch and the chair don't match in a living room. They're just like some
Are there
shit you got from
any?
the Goodwill.
Are there dishes places? Are there trinkets in places? Like,
There,
is there stuff for us to
Not-
look at besides just the furniture and the house?
not downstairs.
Somebody should
Okay.
go ahead and use detect magic and just have it on.
I didn't prepare it.
Hold on, I
I
got it.
I
assumed
think
in
he does constantly. Yeah.
I assume in a
assume-
world that's like stuffed with magic, if I did detect magic, it'd be like, well,
Yeah.
there.
I'm blind now. Fuck.
Well, nobody lives here.
I have it as a ritual, so I can cast it anytime as long as I've got 10 minutes.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes.
Install later. Okay. Let me get the radius and all that.
Thank you. I was about to start looking through things.
Does
Okay,
anybody?
I can sense magic, the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. Any magic I sense in this way, I can see a faint aura around any creature or object that bears the magic. Learn the school of the magic, if any. The spell penetrates most barriers, but it would be blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay.
So
So you
basically,
probably
like,
can't spiel upstairs.
no, I
Probably
could probably
You
if it's
probably
if
feel
unless the
upstairs,
roof is 30
unless for
feet
whatever
high.
reason, yeah. Well, unless he couldn't feel the attic per se, but he could definitely get into the upstairs room. I'm trying to think of
Downstairs.
yeah.
There's more stone
These are
and dirt.
probably
Sure, I'm
not
gonna
the
say
most
yeah.
up-
You can feel downstairs too. I don't want to try and figure out the logistics of how high a house is, and then figure out. I don't want to do math.
Okay.
So you can yeah.
I would assume
Yeah,
roughly.
you would have to go upstairs if you wanted
if
to
it's
try
a
and
not-
search into attic.
Let's just say it's about 10 foot per story.
How long does that last, or you just kind of does it?
I mean, it's a ritual, so I can cast it.
Okay, so sort of like the initial, like sort of like I'm thinking like it kind of pulses out and then lights up stuff that's
Basically, yeah. So
Okay.
I would have to I can do it like it pulses and then it lasts up to 10 minutes after I cast, but then it would probably take me another couple minutes to cast it again.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you do the thing, and the sort of wave comes out, and then from the basement, you notice the outline of like a circle and a couple of like smaller. There may be sigils. You can't tell because you're just kind of far away from it. Because you can tell it's like on the floor in the basement, and it's like this dark. It's like this, weird. The color's kind of like a
Is it
a
necromantic?
swirl. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a swirl of like a yellowish bile-looking look in black.
Okay.
Kind of like
All right.
coming out
So
from the floor.
I let everyone know there's.
It's real. Like it's also not. It's hard to notice initially because it's just really
It's faint, yeah.
Yeah.
I said there's a faint I sense faint necrotic magic from the basement. It could be just residual from whatever happened here, hence the case file.
Tess is already walking down there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm
so-
following Tess.
We're all gonna
Yeah.
go follow Tessa, obviously.
You guys don't want to look anywhere else in the house.
I want
We
to
will
look
after we-
upstairs.
I would like to look upstairs, but I mean,
Who wants to go Scooby
Be like,
off?
oh my fucking god, Tessa, let's look somewhere else where we go jump in the hellhole.
Yeah. Check everything else first.
Dive into
that
the hell
last.
mouth.
We will get there in 10 minutes. Let's just scope the rest of the house first.
I'm going to stand here.
Okay,
You did
that's
it.
fine. Don't go down without us.
I'm gonna say the name of the street, Sunnydale Street.
sure.
We're
We're gonna call it the hell mouth. That's fine.
All right,
No, it's fine. It's
we're
fine.
gonna go look upstairs.
Okay.
I'll stay down with Tessa while they go because
So
I can just sit there. I can just sit there and keep
yeah.
pulsing magic if I need to.
As soon as they're out of sight, I'm going back downstairs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
wait.
I'm gonna stop her for a second.
Yeah.
Like, just hold on.
No.
We
No.
will get there.
I'm going.
We're gonna get there. You if there is something down there, you're gonna want backup.
I'm just gonna look.
We can just look.
I just say we let it eat her and not deal with her anymore.
Whoa.
All right, pause that for a second. You guys, you go upstairs. This is like now you're finding. For one, you find 4 bedrooms, and then like maybe a little pull down thing to an attic. It can't be more than crawl space, really.
Right.
But in here, you like in these bedrooms, it looks like it's just like mattresses on the floor, but they're still like there are. This is where the personal effects are.
Mm-hmm.
People have like backpacks or piles of things that are theirs. There's not really like family photos from these people, but they like it's pretty obvious they were some kind of like weird necromantic cult. So it's like one of those things where it's like you don't really bring your family photos to like necromancer sleepaway camp.
Fun for all ages.
I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to investigate
From 0 to
the whole area,
level
search
plus
for
1.
stuff.
Yeah,
get
throw me a thing.
New game plus.
Did you get advantage?
What is he doing?
I get
No.
+9 to my roll, so
Oh,
Doesn't
okay.
really need advantage.
Okay.
26.
Fuck Jesus. Find everything. I don't know. You find Tessa's social security number.
Through space and time.
Yeah.
Is
The
Is there any loot?
So like for the most part, you find like diaries that are like moldy and weird. They're old, like things that have been kept in like a wet. They're paper that's been kept in a wet space. Like you could probably make some stuff out, but it's not going to be.
Okay.
And also, like from just kind of flipping through it, it's like this is more of a personal diary. They're definitely talking about worshiping. Like there's lots of mentions of like Orcus, and like some demon whose name you don't recognize.
What is it?
Fucker. I'll give it to you here in a second. Let me,
Okay.
I'll continue. Let me continue this train
Yeah.
talk real quick, and I'll get you the name.
Okay.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, I have a list of actual D&D like prominent D&D demons.
You tried.
Yeah, you really did.
Good effort.
Hit him with your fire extinguisher.
You can beat him later.
With the fire extinguisher.
Right.
But what you find under, like it's under like a dresser sort of thing, like it's not like an armoire. And it's like up under the corner, so like it looks like it got dropped and it rolled under there in a room where the door had been knocked in. So it's like maybe somebody came in here during the whole raid or whatever. You find like a little heart.
Like a severed heart?
No. It's like a,
It's
it's like
still
a figurine
beating.
of a heart. It's under the floorboard. It's pulsing at night. It keeps you awake.
Is it maybe made of a material that's recognizable, like glass or stone or
I
porcelain?
was getting there. It's a little heart figurine. It's made out of like maybe like oak. It's red, but not like red. It's like whatever wood it is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
red.
red
It's
wood.
probably like a red oak or something like that. But it's not like a Valentine's Day heart. It's like an anatomically correct heart.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
That's
but it's not. It's probably not magical because he didn't see it, sense it.
It's
But
okay.
it's.
Okay.
Listen, it's definitely.
But you definitely haven't found any of the other ones of these, and the rooms have been tossed for the most part
Yeah.
because whoever was here
Yeah.
came through and just knocked
Smash everything.
This is thing. So there's like you can tell like the more you guys look at it, the more that you've been in the space, like there's scorch marks along the walls. There was a fucking fight here.
Okay.
Is there anything in the crawl space in the attic?
No, but send ye olde doggy up there.
Well, I'm also real small.
No, that's true.
I mean, you can get up there.
Also, my dog
So
is not
you
small.
Yeah, but can you
so
do
is
things
it you
that are not
Is
dogs?
you pull the string.
Yeah, it
Is
would
your,
take- it would
is
take
your
time.
significant other here?
To switch them to.
It
Cora?
doesn't
My
easily
significant
come
other
down.
is not
It's
here.
Like, maybe it's
My significant other, which would
Who
fit
knows?
perfectly in the
It's
attic,
probably
is
not
not
locked.
here.
It's not a visible lock, and no one can lock the attic from the inside. It's stuck.
We'll try harder.
Okay, go ahead and give me like a
That was
strength
Brian's
check.
call.
I'll
sorry.
just make Orin go.
I know, right? Orin's in the basement. Don't worry, he's gone. You gotta do this.
Why is Orin in the
Sesame.
basement?
Wait, we're not in the basement yet.
I grabbed the string and
Orin's not in the
kind of,
basement.
you
We're not
know.
in the
You're not
basement.
that strong either, are
No,
you?
I'm not.
Yeah,
But I weigh a lot.
Bigger than I am.
We're not in the basement yet.
yeah, but
I'm not
Orin's
going for
here.
strength.
Yeah.
I'm going for grab the string and, you know, kind of lift my feet off the ground and.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a strength check with advantage because
Okay.
you're both very. It's like
Oh, 17!
Sweet.
You have protect.
You get
Good
the
evil or-
you get the
Divine
you
sense,
hear
and
it
it's-
kind of creak, and then like something breaks. It kind of almost sounds like wood, and then
Undead celestial or
yeah, it's definitely a corpse falls out on you, like an
Trying to
old
get
weird
most of
moldy
that.
corpse falls down the shaft. Also, you get hit with the ladder because you get distracted by the.
Insult to injury.
Yeah, you get hit by the ladder and
Going
also
down.
a dead person.
Do a quick
Right.
detect
Listen,
magic
Yeah.
check
when
to
it
see if
sounds
anything's
almost
changed,
like wood,
and
that
if you
definitely
detect
means
evil.
bones.
It's
And-
there's
Yeah, just so we
most
know.
of a black cloak left. There's like moth holes in it, and this person like it's not like it's weird. It's a weird smell. It's the smell of a thing that's been dead in enclosed space for a very long
Right.
time.
Wait,
So it's
what
more
did they find?
mummified.
We
Oh,
found a
it's
dead
body.
body.
They found a body.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it's more mummified and musky
Yeah, it's
than
like when you find like a raccoon that died in the basement.
like
Yeah.
10 years
Before you
ago.
moved in, yeah. So
Like Brian definitely did.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely
like I've
that
done
happened to
Does
me.
he have anything on him other than the robe, like pockets or?
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Search
Search,
it.
I'm going to search
So
the
search
corpse.
it. Search it. You search it. He's already searched.
Yeah.
19.
Nice.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. You find a weird symbol that's not. It's maybe a religious symbol, like it definitely reminds you of like you wear like you gotta wear some kind of Morden bling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Holy
both,
symbol.
all three of you have to have some kind of weird god stuff going on.
Yeah.
You're a cleric, you have to have
Yeah.
some god stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah. My hammer has the symbol of Moradin on it, and that's the only reason people don't get weirded out by the fact that I have a hammer swinging from my hip
That's
all the
fair.
time.
Yeah.
Mine's like a knowledge one, so probably just want to go in a book or something. That I can
Yeah. So it definitely looks like something that they have, but it's not you know what the gods are,
Right.
like, but it's not one of them.
There
So
is
maybe
someone
it's a
who might
bad
know.
one of the bad. You don't know the symbols of like the bad gods,
Right.
the ones that got locked away during the Dawn War.
Right.
So maybe it's one of them.
Mhm.
Also, you find another one of those weird little wooden hearts.
I make like visibly distressed noises at the
Listen, a
window
corpse
of
just fell out of the attic. That seems logical.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be like, listen, these,
Cora might know
these
about
weird
the,
little wooden hearts. I
might
just
know about what?
feel like they are
The symbol.
bad.
Make a religion check, Cora.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, why is my religion not that good?
You just didn't invest in it. You're more a politics person.
I only have +1. What you got?
Separation church and state.
18.
Oh, that's not bad. It's weird. Okay, so you know that this is. You can't place it to specifically one of the bad gods, but it's got some weird motifs.
But for no, you can't
So
place it
it's
to
like
the
so it's kind of like a face, and there's these kind of like squiggly things behind it, maybe snakes, kind of like it's like a face on a bed of like squiggly snake looking things,
Medusa.
and the imagery makes you think that it's maybe it wasn't a god per se, maybe they were a cult to like an archdemon or a pit fiend,
like that.
something,
The
something.
nameless goddess is a joy and a light.
Huh?
She will heal us all.
It's your fault we're here. I'm gonna
Yes, it
tell whoever's in this room that it is not a god, possibly.
That's your demon, by the way.
What's that?
Dissipator.
Oh, Dispater. Okay.
That it's
It's his demon?
No,
That's
one
the one
from
from the journal.
Oh.
Listen,
That it's not a god, but possibly a demon.
Yeah.
Or,
Maybe with some research, like get a book and research, because
Like, I
it's
feel
like
kinda
you're
like I
not.
wanna do
You're
the
for one,
thing-
you've been a politician for at least the last year.
Right, I did bookwork at the Keepers,
Mhm.
but not in. I think
So,
Mary wants to interrupt this.
we all know the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Maybe the second one, maybe the third one.
Yeah.
I want to go, black spot, and like spit and clap and rub my hands and spin in circles.
Okay.
Like I just feel like
Uh-huh.
I need
Okay.
to do some kind of weird ritual to like, 'cause this is really oogie, and
Okay.
it's just like
That's-
really deeply
that's fair. This is-
Ward
offending.
off the evil eye.
This is what that gets,
So
yeah.
did any of my previous desk work bring up this symbol at all, even though it was in like the Keepers?
It may line up with, like, because he read Dissipator in a journal before. Dissipator is known as sort of like like an archdemon who deals specifically in lies. So it adds up like the no face. The snakes are weird, but whatever. They're demons. They like
They do weird
creepy
things.
shit. So maybe probably Dissipator. And if you went back and did some more research, iconography lines up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So relay that when
Do you tell us about the journal?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I would say
I
that the
assume
symbol.
that he did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would
Actually, I'm gonna bag them up just in case.
Yeah.
I would.
Because I got a
Okay.
shopping bag that the fire extinguisher came in.
Good, sweet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's in a brown.
I'm
you guys
down.
have evidence in brown paper bag that had fire extinguisher in it.
Are we on Wednesday now? Or are we still on
We're
Tuesday?
late.
No, we're still on Tuesday. We're
Okay.
actually downstairs at the basement.
We're not
Okay.
in the
Matter,
basement
so
yet.
We're downstairs
Yeah.
at the basement.
Okay.
No, so basically what happened is that we're going. So I try to stop her for a
Alrighty.
little bit,
Mhm.
and then it's very clear from the look on her face
Well,
that.
I want to say a thing,
Yeah, go for it.
Oren, because you've like grabbed me, right? You're like,
Yeah, I'm just like, hey.
go.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm like, Oren, you're from a warrior people.
Jesus, this gets so racist so quick.
No, it's not. It's true.
You're
It's
trying.
It's true, but
It's-
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. It's also fits Oren.
I'm also a cleric of a war god.
That's also true.
Not
yeah.
the worst
so
thing to
it
say.
could, yeah, that could. Yeah.
The
Okay.
undead are my great enemy. Will you join me?
I mean, technically, you
Facing
swore an
them.
oath at one point.
So basically, I can tell from the look in her eye that
You're going to
like,
this basement.
basically, unless I were to like physically restrain her,
Which you may not win that fight.
I may not want. I mean, I just don't want to do that right now.
Yeah.
Plus, the whole like, I don't mind fighting.
Yeah. I mean,
so,
listen, at some point
yeah,
in time,
so-
you were sort of you were in training to be a keeper.
Yeah,
and stuff.
so I'm like, okay, but let's be Spartan about this. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go break the keychain. Or
Is it
there's
locked? Is the
I assume there's
basement
like locks or something on the basement.
Not on the inside door.
Okay.
It was on the outside door that led into the basement.
Okay.
There was a lock on this door. They thought that would be good enough.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to basically we're going to open the door or make a little bit of noise like as if we're coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to pulse my detect magic.
Okay.
She's going to
Divine sense.
Divine sense for fiends,
Walking around
undead.
like this, like a Ghostbusters.
No,
fire
just
Just
so
to
we know,
detect.
just to see if anything has changed.
Uh-huh.
Well, for me anyway, since I just take magical, if anything about the magical signature has changed since while we've been walking around making commotion and stuff.
Okay.
We just want to make sure that there's nothing obvious that we're walking into.
Logistical question: Are holy symbols innately magical? I don't think that they are. They're a channel,
Not
but like
really.
I don't think that they are magic items
depends.
in the classical sense.
They actually probably would not come up on like by themselves. They probably would not come up on my magic
yeah,
set.
unless it was like a +1
Yeah.
holy symbol or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Okay, I just was like, maybe you pick up that new holy symbol that's dropped because I figure 15 feet is definitely not enough to get to an attic on the second story.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
go up to the attic, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, now it's
Oh,
not.
I
It's
didn't
not
pick
that
up-
far away now.
You mean I didn't pick up the
It's
thing
no
that
longer
dropped?
in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
attic.
So you probably didn't.
You probably
so it's
heard
not
a
magical
thud.
by
I
itself.
probably
Yeah.
would not
So
have
you
unless it's a
pulse it-
+1 or something.
Yeah,
It's
does
pretty
the
much-
does the sound of like a body hitting the floor change Tessa's mind about going to the basement?
Well, I
This
just hear
is
it
happening in
thump.
realish time.
Yeah.
Like, so this is happening while you guys are doing that.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
assuming you also probably, I'm going to say you get kind of
That's
lower.
fucking badass.
So
Yeah,
you
we
get
get-
into the basement more.
Yeah.
So you pulse it out and you can see those sigils more. It's some kind of runes.
Uh-huh.
You probably want to get up on them, honestly, to
Right.
be able to read them. An aura outline is not
Right.
the most legible thing. But that hasn't changed.
Divine sense.
What is the range on Divine Sense?
60 feet.
Okay.
Detect presence of undead, celestial, or fiend. Also detect consecrated or desecrated object or place.
There's a feet in the other.
Well,
Now, a holy symbol would count as a desecrated or consecrated object.
it's true. I was getting there. So there's a fiend in the house. Oh, it's fucking his thing.
Yeah.
We
We know that.
Yeah.
Are
I'm
there
sure
any-
you're unhappy
are there
about
any
it.
other
Doggone
fiends?
it.
Gosh dang. The basement is consecrated.
It's consecrated.
Not desecrated.
It's desecrated.
Yeah, the opposite of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's some kind of thing. I don't
It's,
know.
it is dedicated to a bad thing.
It's dedicated to a bad thing.
Okay.
It's desecrated.
And then also, there's like a little one of those up in the attic. And then about 15 seconds later, you hear a boom.
A
And it
little one
drops
of
about-
what up in the attic?
Like a
desecrated
same
thing.
like a desecrated,
Desecrated
object on the
object.
attic. And then you hear a big thump, and I guess maybe somebody yells.
I mean, probably a couple of us yell.
yeah. So, from upstairs.
And it feels a little closer now.
Listen, I
than
just
it did
feel
3 seconds ago.
real bad about this altogether. We shouldn't have split up. Why are you down in the basement?
She's
Why are
gonna
we
come
all
back
They're in the
up
kitchen
now
still.
because a
Listen,
body fell from
we
the
just
sky.
need to be all together.
I mean, it was just a thump. Are you all okay up there?
No, get up here now.
I mean, that is the smart plan.
You're not okay.
No, we're not okay. Get up here now.
It jumped us.
Guys,
Listen.
guys,
As he pulls out her
guys,
fucking sword.
guys.
Guys, I
There.
don't want to be
Cuts the
stabbed.
Blows a hole
I've
in
been
the.
sweating for this for so long.
Guys,
Listen.
insight. Are they lying too?
No.
Fuck! Oh god, there's a zombie upstairs.
All right, so we went upstairs and we kick open the door and we're like, so what's going on?
I say, listen.
There's like a.
You
there-
see me wielding the fire extinguisher
Yeah,
like,
like
a
a proton
Ghostbuster.
pack. There is a skeleton in a cloak that's like laid out like this, like it's crawling along the floor.
Like on top of
But if it is an undead, I will know. Is it undead?
It's sure you didn't detect an undead.
I did not. Okay, then it's
But
just
there is a skeleton on the floor.
It's just a skeleton.
That's like on top of Seer.
Please don't stab me.
I'm not gonna stab you.
She knows it's not a
I
lie.
know it's
she
not
knows
undead.
it's not a lie.
Also, there's like some weird, creepy motherfucking hearts, and it's bad, and we should
Yeah.
all stay
So
together.
are the heart things the desecrated object?
No, it's the holy symbol. Well, the unholy symbol.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Semantics.
is an unholy symbol.
Listen,
Dun, dun,
We
dun.
were already there.
Well, then why did you call me up?
We did not.
we
She
need,
did.
we need everybody to stay together because there's not be weird, bad things happening, and I just need
Hold hands with your designated field trip partner.
Is anything
That's not
up
how this
here
works.
besides that holy symbol?
Yeah, is there anything actually in the attic besides this corpse?
Not really. There's not much else space.
Okay.
Why don't we
I'm
go to the
going
creepy
back-
basement,
I am
guys?
I think
going
we
back
have
search- should we, like,
downstairs.
I think we should now go into the attic or
Should
the
we-
basement.
Yeah.
secure these unholy.
You put it in a brown paper
No,
bag.
they can't do anything by themselves.
Yeah.
Like, can
They're just things.
Holy implements
Richard's
are
got
implements
them.
for channeling. Someone has to use them. They're
listen,
not.
there could be ooby dooby doos down in the basement. We should put them like in a
I'm-
lead box or something.
I didn't detect any ooby
I am going
They are fiends.
downstairs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
going
with
this
Tessa.
way.
Walking
Yes.
there
Okay.
now.
We
I'll
are
leave the
following.
shopping bag
where
at the
I
top
am
of the stairs
going.
and then go to the basement.
Okay, good. We've secured the unholy object in a brown paper bag.
In the middle of a room that is wide open to the public.
Actually, in
Yeah.
the kitchen.
They can't do anything by themselves.
That's
In a
fair.
kitchen.
Fair. I just love the idea of like
Put them
we
in
put
the
all
fridge.
this evidence in this bag.
And leave it right here in this room with this
You
open
do
door.
not want to open this fridge.
We want to talk about unholy.
It will keep anyone else from taking
Listen,
them.
I
It's
feel
true.
like
That's
20,
very
20 years is
valid.
a long time.
So you open the basement. It's not a finished basement. It's like a root cellar sort of thing. Like it's an unfinished basement. The floor is dirt.
How big? How many square feet?
From like the curio cabinet over, so 30-ish, like
Okay, how-
30 by 30.
How big are the magical symbols that I detected?
It was pretty big. It was probably about 15 feet around. Like it was a big circle and then some sigils inside.
Too big.
I mean, if we have a minute, I can literally clean this whole floor.
Somebody cast light. Are there any undead?
Yeah, it's dark down here.
Are
so
there any undead?
You take,
It's not
take
dark
no
for
one
me.
dead.
I can
yeah.
see.
Okay.
It is consecrated. Like
Yeah, I can
this
see in
whole
darkness.
area is desecrated.
Okay.
Like it's some shit went down in here.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Oh, I
but
know,
it's
like-
not like you didn't
I
already
forget I
kind
have
of
cleric
Please,
cantrips.
somebody please cast
I
light.
cast light.
Okay, cool. Light. Okay, so the light comes on.
It made that sound too.
Um,
A little elephant comes out and goes, there's light.
And it turns it like it comes out. It's like and sprays light out of its trunk. So in the middle of this basement, now that you've got the light, it's still hard to see because like light's kind of like a torch essentially. So it's not like super duper bright.
We can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two can see. Actually, Sahiri can see too.
That's why I was doing the sweeping.
Do you have dark
figure.
vision? Not as a Goliath.
No,
Okay.
probably not. I don't know. I can't remember.
Bird?
No.
Okay.
Human.
But I've got
No,
light.
you don't.
I have very good light vision.
It's
I
true.
have
You got
full sight. I can see in
That's it.
darkness, both magical and normal.
Yeah, and I have.
Whoa, that's creepy.
Mine
I have
doesn't
a
specify. It
cantrip,
just
so-
says darkness vision.
No, mine's special.
You can still make it out. It's just like you need to get close to it to make out detail. But on the ground, it's like a black dirt, like compacted dirt, and it's dusty, and there's more dirt that's been settled down here. But you can see the outline of a big red circle. It looks like it was painted on with like a big white brush. There's sigils on the inside of the circle, and then you didn't notice it in the darkness, but up in the corner is like a thing that looks like an altar. It's like bigger. It's like slightly bigger than a dining room table. It's this altar that comes up, and it looks like it's carved out of that same red wood that you found the hearts in. And it looks like a mass of snakes, like that comes up into a flat platform.
Can I
Well, I'm obviously
do a
gonna do a-
religion check
And I'll
on
do an
that?
Arcana check. She's gonna do a religion check.
I'll do a
Arcana.
religion check.
Okay.
Well, actually,
And I'm going to look
who else
for-
has the plus in
I
religion?
don't,
22.
but I'll
Oh,
do it
Nat
anyway.
20.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
4.
Alright.
Somebody didn't
Keep
pay
the
attention in
religion
school.
checks to the experts.
And I'm going to look for hidden compartments and doors.
Okay.
Your religion is probably better than mine.
Fuck you.
Your religion is probably better than mine. I just nat
Actually-
20.
No, I'd have
no,
zero.
no.
Turns
Oh,
out
I have
I,
plus
turns out
two.
I actually have the highest religion. I have a +4.
Nice.
Listen, I just.
What was your arcane check?
10.
Didn't really find anything. Maybe you can't like this is actually very interesting to you though, because you can see that this is a weird fusion of like arcane ritual and also religious
Okay.
iconography.
We should
Yeah.
just
So,
burn it down.
It's maybe something you do want to actually study.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's up to you. No compartments.
Nat 20 with +2.
So earlier you were thinking, man, this is probably Dissipator. Now that you've seen this, you're like, this is probably Dissipator. Now something was
What a
on this
useless
altar. Well, I mean,
Are there any shelves of like with
well, it all
jars?
matches. Like you're matching it up, and now you're remembering more. You're like, yeah, I don't need to go home and do more research. This is definitely Dissipator. Dissipator's an archdemon who deals specifically in like lies and deception.
We should.
What else? Do
The
I know
idea that-
anything prominent from my teachings about it?
Well, you're like, well, why would they be worshiping an archdemon? Archdemons cannot pass into the material plane without somebody making a doorway for them.
Listen, friends, I just feel.
Are there any
Why
shelves
would-
with jars? And
No,
And light healing.
it's bare except for that.
Are you a doorway?
I'm-
Also, you can tell, like, you're in your investigation, though, you didn't find any compartments or anything, but something was on this altar, because you can see deep scratches, like something sharp and heavy was pulled off of this.
If I
A
quickly,
long time ago,
Okay.
not recently.
Why would...
The altar itself is not, it's coming up on the desecrated ground thing, but it's not giving off any of its own specific
Why
energy.
would this have been left desecrated? There are plenty of people in this city who could have come in and
Also,
undesecrated it.
what was the doorway?
Also, we should just burn this house down.
So,
Siberia
Tessa's
comes
like-
full circle.
I'm kind of
I don't live here. I'm fine with burning somebody else's house down.
I find your obsession with arson to be a little bit troubling.
for a druid even, you know.
so would definitely.
There's oogie.
I would definitely provide the
In this
knowledge
basement.
that they were worshiping something that cannot be brought forth to the physical plane
Without a
unless,
doorway.
yeah.
Listen, this weird squiggly on the floor, bad. Bad, maybe doorway bad.
But guys, here's the thing. This was known.
You got 45 seconds, and I'm setting fire
Okay,
to
so
the
since-
building.
No, you're not. Can I bound her and gag her? Like, what do I have
can
to
try.
roll?
This is important. This was known. This is a circle that can summon a demon to our plane, and nobody who knew about it closed it or consecrated it.
Maybe
or
it's been used
Blessed it.
since the last time someone's checked it.
then I mean,
And we should probably set
It
fire
doesn't
to
look
the
like
house.
he can tell. Rest of you aren't necessarily like he's the fucking private eye. He can tell ain't nobody goddamn been in here. Like there's a thick layer of dust on everything. Nothing's been disturbed in a good ass while.
Yeah. I mean, I know I roll a 10 on the Arcana, but I mean, like, do I recognize from the arcane symbols that this was clearly like a doorway? I mean,
It
Like, does it seem to have more
It definitely could be. It could be some kind of teleportation circle. It could be. The other thing is, this also could be like a ritual for like some kind of. It's about maybe it could be either a doorway could be like a communication path, or it could be like a really advanced scrying circle. You would need to get some more light down here and really look into it.
Would it help if I like cleaned up all the dust?
It would help. You can get some more information, but you're gonna need to spend some serious time.
Okay, well, I mean, I can do that. I can literally de-dust this entire place if you give me.
And also,
5
I cannot
minutes.
stress enough. It's very interesting to you because this is.
Well, yeah,
this is
that's
a
why.
solid mix
That's
of
why
stuff,
I'm
yeah.
like I want to get a closer look, and I know that I can basically de-dust this entire place. I just need like a couple minutes to just.
You need.
Press
It's more than
digitate
it's more
over
than a
and
couple of minutes. You'll need to study this for like a few
Unfuck
hours.
up things.
No, he just means to make it clean.
Just to make it
Oh,
clearer.
make it clean. Yeah, you can do that.
Actually, between the prestidigitation,
Yeah, it's a
between
cubic.
the two of us, we can.
Yeah, it's a cubic foot at a time.
Right,
We
you
can just.
just through my character sheet.
Yeah, you guys can definitely clean it up. And
Those sacred
you're still
things.
kind of at the same point. You're like,
Those
this is
sacred
definitely
things.
it's one of those
Sacred
3
flame?
things.
That
You
sets
got a
things
10,
on
I can only
fire.
give you so much. But
But it's
Okay,
gonna
well-
be
yeah.
holy.
Well, I mean,
Holy
I do
fire.
want to take out. Okay, so I'm gonna take out a book.
You could, if you spent some time, like if you sat down and spent maybe like the rest of the night with it, you could probably reverse engineer what this ritual was.
Well, what I'm going to do is take out like a notebook, not my wizard's book, but like a
Yeah.
notebook, and I basically just want to
Holy
draw the
fire.
draw the sigil.
You're gonna draw the weird
I'm
hand
not
sigil
going
in
to
a
burn the
book?
house down with holy
Yeah,
file.
spells
Yeah,
don't
what are
work.
you saying?
You don't
I
just spells don't work by just drawing in lead, buddy. Like you need more than just like the sigil exists and so it happens.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys, my point is, knowingly leaving this down here in the middle of the city is about like leaving
Roll
a
thing.
live landmine in the middle of a city.
So the
I mean, I
scratches
agree.
I'm out. I'm
The
out.
damage-
Leaving.
What?
would imply that they left in a hurry. They didn't intend
But
to
it's-
leave it this way.
But no, but this was the site of a major offensive by the keepers. It was the last known thing that happened in this city against actual
Yes,
undead
and
and
perhaps someone was pulling up
necromancers.
outside and they're
So
like,
we-
fuck, we gotta go now.
What's
But-
everybody's
but no,
passive
it's-
perception
we
real quick?
know.
13.
And it was left 10.
12.
What do you mean?
Oh, and
It's this box
hold
here.
on,
14.
Hold on, I can get dogs. Hold on.
Yours is
Just-
17.
It was known and it
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
left.
Yeah, but he's the one
knowingly.
doing shit.
You don't get to have
Right?
it.
Is
Damn.
that not a problem? That this was known about and it was left knowingly by the keeper.
I don't know if it's a problem.
13.
I'm not here.
I think it was a
You're
problem.
13,
a keeper.
13 for dog.
You're the
That
one
could be a
should
problem.
I mean, it's a
know.
problem.
13 for dog.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
problem.
I mean,
It's a
we
problem
have
to be
3
here
former
right now.
keepers in
We're-
here.
We can't leave it.
Listen, we need to sacred fire this house to the
Listen,
dirt.
I don't.
You
I,
need to-
it sounded like Orden was down for the idea of staying here and figuring this
I mean,
out.
I don't want to. No, I don't.
You don't want to sleep. I'm not. I'm
I
not
don't.
saying.
Hold
yeah.
on. I don't necessarily need to stay here. I don't want to stay here for hours and hours looking at this. But I just want to finish my drawing, get some notes, so that
Okay,
I
yeah,
agree.
you
I
can do
agree
that.
with her.
If we are voting,
'cause,
I'm in favor of not burning this house
like,
down.
like the cleric side of me completely agrees with her. She makes a good point. Like some
You're gonna get all the information you can and then fuck this place.
And then bless the
bad,
product.
yeah, bad
We
shit is
can bless
happening,
it
and
rather
so
than burn
this
it.
also is indication
Listen.
that
None of us are that powerful.
You don't have like a first level bless spell?
No, but that
I have a
that won't
bless
spell,
spell, but it
counteract an
doesn't-
actual
yeah.
desecration.
also
You have to
consecrate
have
is an actual
consecrate,
spell.
Is it?
consecrate or
Is it now?
desecrate.
And
Yeah.
and I believe it's like a reasonably high level spell.
I don't even take bless. 'cause
It's a
kinda
pretty
useless.
big deal.
Hold on, I can get it right on my phone. What am I thinking?
Somebody get on the horn to ye oldie.
It specifies that you have to
If
bless
none of
creatures.
us can do it, then I'm gonna call the keepers to come do it while I watch.
Listen,
That'll
maybe
be a-
I feel like that's just gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Maybe you should
I'll
call
let
a neutral.
all of you all get away first.
Maybe you should call a neutral
You don't
third
need
party.
the keepers per se. You need.
A high level priest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could call
We
the
do know
Raven
someone.
Queen.
yeah.
We know
Sure.
people.
Call
you know
somebody.
a
Can't
guy.
call the Raven Queen herself.
I know.
She ain't gonna pick up the cell phone and be like, "Sup, bitch."
I'm gonna
Like-
call
Hey, is it Tessa
1-900
from the
Raven
Post?
Queen.
Yeah.
Hey,
like,
this Raven
oh
Queen.
shit! It's
This
Tessa
is
from the
Tessa from the
posters.
posters.
But no.
But you know a guy.
What's your guy? The priest guy that you know.
Broderick.
Broderick.
No.
Oh,
Her priest.
My guy. I don't remember his name.
I want to say his name was Kravitz. And
Okay,
I don't know why.
Kravitz. Let's do Kravitz.
Yeah, because I think of
Let's
Lenny
just
Kravitz.
No, horse.
No, Kravitz is from
Yeah.
is from the Adventure Zone.
I feel like you named him that.
I think you did.
Did
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Spell.
Nerd.
I'm a nerd.
So you. Kravitz
Again,
could
all due
probably-
respects to
maybe
the game
Kravitz
owners
could
and their
help, like,
characters.
maybe you could help him out. Like he could probably get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't find a consecrate spell. Did they change that for 5th edition?
They may have. I haven't looked it up
I'm
at
looking
all.
it up.
But I mean, I guess if they have a consecrated, desecrated thing for that, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume it's a thing. Don't worry about looking it up. We
Oh, no,
will
I'm
go through
curious now myself.
Yeah.
so-
Okay.
Okay. If anybody here
I
wants
know
to
it's not
be-
like a game
It's
mechanic.
hollow. It's called
Hallow.
hollow.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Sweet.
Hallow? Like
Yeah.
Halloween?
Ooh, 5th edition spell, or 5th level spell.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a 5th level.
ain't none of us got that.
No.
We don't got that juju.
But
So.
probably someone you know.
But you
does.
feel like Kravitz could probably get
Okay.
this done.
Get
He's like an actual priest.
Get
so.
your drawings done. Anybody who doesn't want to be here when I call him, split.
Peace.
And and
Also, you know that Kravitz will be discreet.
okay. Then I'll go.
Because he's not a guy like he's like associated with the keepers in the same way that pretty much every church is. But he lives in this part of town. He's like a street level dude.
Then I will go ahead and use whatever Spidey bat signal or whatever the hell I.
You would probably have to go physically see Kravitz.
Okay. I'll call an Uber
Yeah.
and go get him and
Okay.
bring him back.
Can't you get him on the magical cell phone?
But our magical cell phones only work with each other.
Listen, this is
Yeah.
a garbage plan.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's
go
friends
do
and
that
family
thing.
only.
Don't.
Listen, we don't have that. We have no extra minutes, says Shamir. Don't you make outside calls.
Orin.
You gotta wait till it's after
don't
7
Do you
o'clock.
want to get to the thing where we all had to do our
Have Cora stay
passive?
with you.
Do we
Well,
ever want to
well,
address
well-
why we all needed our passive perceptions?
Nah, you guys are fine.
Okay, fine.
I will call them on
That's why it's
the
passive.
key phones
Good to know.
when I'm getting like about 2 blocks away.
You
Jesus.
scared the shit.
That's
out
gonna be
of
fun.
That's
Laura.
gonna be fun.
Enjoy that.
Please
like
don't.
that.
I didn't get the insurance on this
Don't cut
phone.
that. It'll be great.
You would be buying me a new phone.
Okay, let's back up.
Actually, give me a second. Let me figure out when that was so I can write that down.
It was right as I was talking about what I'm gonna do.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Wait, mark it with a clap. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
I
I'll
am
be able to see that. Don't worry.
Guys, I am going to call you on the key phones when we are 2 blocks away so that people who want to get away from this scene can do it before I show up with somebody else.
Okay.
I don't see any problem with being
Okay,
here, so I'm just gonna
but
stay
probably
with
Seer
Down,
probably
peace and love.
does, and
I'm gone.
maybe Sahir.
Yeah,
Here he wants to get out of this
the
house.
three of you can
yesterday.
head out, and the clerics will stay.
you. I'll stay with you. Yeah.
Okay.
I may like just stay outside, far away from.
I feel like
disorderly bits,
at least we feel
Maybe near the
obligated
bushes.
to make sure this is taken care
where
of.
there are
Yeah,
plants
like
that are not
if
squiggly.
there is some political scandal as
I
to
forgot,
why
what
I'm
was your-
here, I can justify
I forgot
it.
what was your deed again? Are you Palor?
Um,
Ion. Okay.
Ioun, yeah, the knowledge.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Kravitz shows up. He's like, "Whoa, fuck."
He says that.
Why is this here?
Jesus,
Raven-
what?
Raven Queen, take the wheel.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
And he's like, "Ugh." And he does this, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a technical term.
Like wiggles his fingers. No, he does like he goes through the whole ritual. It doesn't like erase the symbols or anything, but it definitely changes the vibe.
It
Okay.
should, okay.
I'm going to ask
It doesn't bless the area. It just like knocks.
It,
like,
it
it's not
cancels
neutral.
out
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, did somebody show him the hearts?
I will show him the hearts. I'll take him through the whole house.
Okay. Yeah,
Here's
but
the
what
dead
fuck
body.
is this weird
Here's the
murder house?
journal.
Yeah.
Here's
I
the
don't know.
squiggly bits. Please neutralize the squiggly
Kravitz,
bits.
what can you tell me about whatever they were praying to in here and what this was supposed to do?
This is definitely like not my bag. Something bad.
I mean, Cora here was able to tell us that it was what's
I'm
it?
Cora literally worked for the intelligence arm of the keepers before she was a politician. Kravitz is a priest.
He's the high priest of
He's a
a
priest
Okay.
I'm just saying that he can cast Hallow because like I don't know, that seems like a thing he can do.
I also
He's
want to point
higher
out that
level
Hollow has a
than I am.
24-hour cast time.
Really? Shit. So I guess he
It
started.
is intended. So Hollow is not not explicitly a consecration desecration spell necessarily. It kind of functions the same way. What it's intended to do is for the players to basically make a safe room, or a safe space. I mean, like celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead can't even come into the area, etc., etc.
Listen,
Or I suppose if it's desecrated, it just brings it to
Okay,
neutral.
so we're gonna say that's not what he's doing. He's consecrating this land.
Okay.
So
we'll make a
it's
thing for
more
that.
of like an actual religious.
So I can still be there because I'm like
You could be there.
part fiendy.
Yeah. He's not gonna say. He wouldn't like. Kravitz would not say anything about.
I'm
you being
actively there and am a tiefling.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just saying, can we still be there? Would it?
Yeah,
be-
definitely.
Tieflings aren't.
They're
We're
demons.
half
But you're half fiend, but you're not.
You're not.
It's the same way. It's the same way elves
We're
technically
not
are
just
fae.
half fiends, we're half demons.
I know, but
No, you're demon blooded.
but
not
you,
even half.
You aren't counted.
We are
amongst
straight up
actual
demons.
fiends.
Listen,
No,
I
you
just
are
don't
not.
wanna
You are
get, like,
demon. There's a difference.
Poofed
Yeah.
to a different plane of existence or whatever.
No,
Tessa
wrong.
doesn't pick you up when she casts like fucking detect evil.
Right.
Like
I mean, that's
You guys are
surprised she
demon
hasn't
blooded.
said
He's
anything
dragon
for
blooded.
racist
Mhm.
issues.
You're like a
Calls you my
quarter or
horny
less.
friends.
way less. Yeah. But
Just like
yeah, he
I'm
goes through a
rock blooded.
religious ritual
Okay.
to consecrate this land.
Okay. I owe you a
And
solid.
there's also like maybe we should get rid of this, like this big shrine in here is an issue.
Okay. Well, we can whack that apart.
Yeah, we
I
can
have
do
a
that. That's not
cantrip that
problem.
can set it on fire.
It's wood.
So we're going back to
Let's
the
not burn the house down in the middle of a city where
He
everything
has
else
a
is
giant
made out
ass
of wood.
warhammer.
Smash.
Yeah, just
I
sma-
suggested it once. She
Hulk
suggested
smash.
it 40 fucking times.
Listen, I just feel like it was really bad, and we needed to get rid of it.
and everything on either side
I mean,
of it is
it's
How
valid.
is that better? Just
also.
No,
You
you're
could catch
valid.
other people
It's
on
just
fire.
that
I thought we had
You
to
just
drive
use
out
it
to the middle
busted.
of
Well, I just
the
feel.
world.
I thought it was made of stone.
No,
No, it's wood.
It's made of
It's the
wood.
same wood as those little hearts.
Okay, then that makes sense.
burning it. Yeah, that makes sense. But
Like if you burn
just
this in the
gonna quit
basement, it
trying.
will burn the rest of the house.
it's a pretty
down.
big thing to
I
burn
have
as
the
well,
fire.
so like it'll burn.
I mean
I don't
that's
care.
sure
Do what I
I
get.
get.
Floor and-
That is all right. So sure, you burn the thing
No, I
and then
don't.
when it gets
I
too close to the
specifically
thing.
do not.
So here he sprays it with a fire extinguisher.
I
left
specifically
a
do
long
not
time
do
ago.
that.
Yeah.
Before they got into this
Yeah.
madness.
Okay.
So here's your
No,
left.
Brian, I specifically do not do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Have fun committing arson.
I'm not
I'm
committing
not.
Have fun
arson.
storming the castle.
Bust that shit up.
Okay.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm leaving.
You
the
do
room.
it.
Yeah.
I'll leave the room.
Well done.
Big ol' hammer.
Gone.
Breaking some things.
Good job.
Scared.
You break it, it's made out of wood. It's actually kind of it's like a hollow inside.
Not all that.
Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great craftsmanship, guys.
It's actually really, really well carved.
Yeah. Well.
Like, it was,
I took drawings. It's fine.
yeah. Like now that you're up on it and breaking it apart, you're like, wow, somebody put like a lot of time into
Yeah.
this thing.
Got the
Okay. So now that it's all consecrated up again.
While you're smashing it, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Do we all in the room make a perception
No, he's up
check?
on it, so.
Okay.
17.
Ooh, good.
Good, you
You're
survived.
like, oh, maybe these aren't like you're looking at it. You're like, I don't know if these are snakes,
Mm-hmm.
like, because they're not like patterned like snake. It doesn't look scaly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because, like I said, it's very detailedly carved, like way
Yeah.
better than the holy symbol.
Not having.
Because
not-
well, for one, it's bigger and you can
Right,
get
not
more
having the
detail.
scales is not a detail it would leave out.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless it left out.
Like these are like smoother. That there's definitely some kind of like it's supposed to look natural, even though there's not two tones of color. But like there's carvings in it to note like spots and shit like that.
Okay.
So
But there are like heads with mouths and
no.
there aren't any.
Yeah, it looks like. Have you ever seen a snake net, like a snake nest?
Yeah.
There's like 100 snakes.
But I don't
It's
see
like-
mouths anywhere.
No.
It's just so it could just look like roiling vines.
Yeah, it could be vines, could be
Tentacles.
tentacles. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, obviously.
Staring at me.
He doesn't worship Cthulhu. It's fine.
I mean,
Let's be
Richard
real
does.
here. I mean,
No, that is definitely not who he worships.
No, Richard worships Cthulhu.
so anyways,
You're
okay,
also-
so
You just
I
really
keep that
love Cthulhu.
I keep that as a note. That like I
Yeah. And then you smash it.
yeah, basically, it's still evil.
Yeah, it still gets smashed in.
Still gives the oozies.
Yeah. Okay, so that's dead.